There's too many people around me. I'm feeling COVID-y.
And we're live. Good evening, everybody. This is Gordon from Greyhawk World Gaming. I am joined by my co-conspirators this evening. You will see a new feature, as some of us have actual real-life faces, and some of us are rabbits.
Yes.
Just go with the flow.
Trouble.
You'll see a couple of other changes. We have changed out our map, and we have some Discordy things there as well. And you will see the character portraits will alternate with the character stats every once in a while. Next week there will be another revision, as I want to put a little heart and shield around those things too. So, when we last left off... Oh wait, let me do all the introductions. We have Alan playing Xerxes, Byron playing Cyan, Mickey playing Siren/Katarina, Neville playing Beirut, Peter playing Carolus, and Richard playing Carcarius. Or the Kakakas again. No, that sounds bad. No, that sounds like a difference. No. Ignore that. When last we saw our heroes, the GM did not have a haircut. But you can't see the haircut because, yeah, we're still waiting for some lighting improvements there. But when we saw our heroes, they had made their way off of the Abbey, or the Isle of the Abbey, and had resumed their search for a strange object they had seen fall out of the sky when they had gone as emissaries to the lizard folk in the swamps to the west of Saltmarsh. They had travelled for not very, very long, taken a bit of a rest on board, and Richard, also known as Carcarius, decided to try out his new Trident of Fish Command. And he failed to command any fish, and was mauled by a reef shark.
They're supposed to be timid.
I do not know if you would like to cast any healing upon yourself or take a short rest, Richard. It is up to you.
Yeah, probably just take a bit of a short rest and try and heal up.
Should have equipped your shark catching shield instead.
Yeah, that would be a cool feature. Maybe one day when I'm bored enough, I'll design such a thing and figure out how the mechanics of that shit would work. But
a shield of net throwing.
I must also just remind everybody who might be watching, this is a mature rating show because we do have sailors on board. And yes, there will be some light to serious cussing. You have been warned. Alrighty then. Welcome to the viewers that I'm seeing that have logged in. So, Richard, what is Concarius doing? Healing himself.
I'm sitting at the bow of the boat, healing up shark wounds.
As you're busy doing so, and the rest of the crew is going about their business, mopping up your blood from the deck, that kind of thing, and the rest of your party, the co-captains of the Wave Piercer, are waking up, and I assume that Le Chef Bob is making some food.
Always.
With his newly acquired mess kit.
I have an entire mess hall.
Yeah,
I have tons of knives in my kitchen. I have a
mess hall,
rapier.
galley.
I have lots of things. I have a galley and a mess hall.
But before we do that, there were some rolls made earlier. The weather for today is quite normal for the season. There is very little wind, however, this morning, and a fairly heavy rain has started to fall around you. You guys are in the approximate location of where you saw that strange object fall from the sky. What I would like to do now is I would like to establish a search grid for you guys, but I need somebody to roll a D100 for me to see where you will start. 73. Okay, good. All right. So the way this is going to work is it's going to be somewhat of a skill challenge because you guys are what do they call it? You'll be calmed at the moment with no wind, but you can still try and coax something out if you have any relevant spells, perhaps. But I would also like each of you to make me another roll. I'm trying to think what this would need to be.
Intimidation.
No, that will
Intimidate
not
them.
work. You cannot
That will
intimidate
come
the
out of
information
right
out of
now.
yourself.
Try.
Make me some insight checks, please.
Yay!
Ooh, okay, nice.
So
Wow.
close to 17.
Natural 20 for Siren. Hey, 23 for Carolus as well. 8 for Cyan, 2 for Beirut, 4 for Xerxes. Who hasn't rolled? Has everybody rolled? Oh, wait, and Carcarius a 15, sorry. Alright. So, between Siren and Carolus, because the rest of you are hopeless,
I'm
judging
still
by
patching
your
up wounds,
position,
okay?
you think that you should likely, consulting the notes that Xerxes had made about what you guys had witnessed, you think that you should head off in a more southeasterly direction to find the right spot. What I would like from you guys now is to hear, how are you going to assist the ship in moving? How are you going to assist the crew, assist the ship? Are there any spells or skills that you can use to that effect?
Does the ship not have oars?
A sailing ship has sails. I do not
Yeah,
think it has oars.
And should have options of oars in case you have no wind.
I'm trying to have a look and see for you.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that the current goes southwest. Also,
Is there no breeze at all?
Yeah, there should be some oars.
yeah, I agree.
I'll stay
Otherwise,
at the
we're gonna have
wheel.
to get out and push.
Well, command some fish to push us. Where's that turtle?
Yes.
That did not go so well the last time.
Okay, well, if you
Are
don't-
there any whales nearby?
Hmm.
No.
no.
And
Do you speak
technically,
whale?
a whale is
With
not a
this I
fish.
do.
It's a
Just
mammal.
pointing that
Actually,
out.
just to clarify, it does say a beast that
damn
has
it.
an innate swimming ability.
Technicalities.
Oh,
You were about to make me not use it on a technicality, so I feel like that's fair.
Yeah, fair is fair. Alright, so I will say that yes, there are some oars, but it's not going to be particularly easy to use them. But you can try and get something going. Like I say, any other spells that you guys have? I don't know what you have
I've got a
memorized
spell,
for
but,
today.
I don't think it's worth using it now.
Well, it's up to you.
I'd rather use it when we need to use it,
Yeah.
need to put out a fire, or I don't know, if there's pirates chasing us or something. I don't know.
Alright, so who is the elected captain for this week, just by the way?
I'm on lookout duties.
I say bald man.
I'm only first mate though, so.
Bald man. Are you referring to Cyan or Carolus?
Bald red.
Bald red. Okay, so Cyan. You there,
Yeah.
Byron. I need
That
you
if
to
everyone
make.
agrees with me.
Do you have proficiency with water vehicles?
Indeed, I do.
Oh, then this is most fortuitous that you are captain this week. I
Wait,
need you
I should. Where do I see that? I should have it.
under your under your
Under
abilities tab.
Abilities.
Should be under your
Ability.
tools and proficiencies.
Sorry, Carcarius, you don't have the spell, but Cyan should have the spell.
Yeah, I do. Carpenter's tools and vehicles, water. We added that
Fantastic.
afterwards.
Make an intelligence check for me, please, and add your proficiency modifier.
Okay.
Or we'll just add your proficiency modifier afterwards, which is +3 at the moment.
Alright, so intelligence. +3, so 15.
Okay, so with 15, that's pretty good. First mate. That I believe is Siren. Correct? Mickey? Bunny ears, are you there?
Camera just went off and got muted. She might
Oh
be
no, we have lost
ending to something.
Okay. Wait, who's Bosun? Oh shit.
Wait.
Bosun is Cyan as well, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, this complicates
Double
things.
job.
I tell you what, make me another intelligence roll, Cyan. As
Okay.
if you had advantage for these two checks.
Do I have
And then,
advantage?
who
for
is
this?
quartermaster? Ellen.
Yeah.
Xerxes. Make me a wisdom nature check.
Oh, I'm not very good at that.
Hey, that will do. An 18 is not bad.
Burns, take the spyglass and fly around and tell me what you can see.
Bims struggles for a bit, and he almost drops it into the sea.
Oh gosh, we need to get him a necklace.
Almost dropped it.
Ah, Mickey has returned. First mate,
Yeah.
I need you to motivate the crew. You can make me either a charisma intimidation or charisma. And since you're a bard, I'll allow you a third option. You can make either intimidation, persuasion, or a performance check.
Performance!
Only because you're a bard.
Yeah. Damn it. It's still a +6.
Jeez, like it.
It was a
Getting
natural
an 11
1
on rolling a 1.
11. That's
Wow.
not bad.
Yeah, that's
not
crazy.
bad. All right.
I trip a bit.
Would I have an idea with this thing that we saw?
Mhm.
Well, enough of an idea of it falling to use locate object on it.
What does the spell say in particular? Can you link it for me in the chat, please? Because I think you need to for locate object to work, you need to have a piece of said object, or to be able to describe it. Describe or name an object that is familiar to you. You sense the direction to the object's location, as long as that object is within 1,000 feet of you. If the object is in motion, you know the direction of the movement. The spell can locate a specific object known to you, as long as you have seen it up close, within 30 feet at least once. Alternatively, the spell can locate the nearest object of a particular kind, such as a certain kind of apparel. Oops, sorry, that was me chucking a Koki pen. Jewelry, furniture, tool, or weapon. The spell can't locate an object if any thickness of lead, blah blah blah. Okay, that's not applicable here.
With my wand, can I still motivate them, like trip, which makes them all laugh and puts them in good spirits?
Yes. Luckily for you guys, the DC for this it's a group check, and the DC for this was only 10 because you're not in any kind of hurricane, thankfully. Merely in a heavy downpour. But eventually you guys do start getting the ship to move. You know that it is supposed to be in a... Oh, how do you change this direction? There we go, like that. Southeasterly type of way. 1,000 feet. I need to do some conversions. Because I think 1,000 feet is only like a third of a mile or something.
Hugh Wellerman.
1,000 feet is about 330 meters.
Yeah,
Why do people still use feet?
because it's D&D and it's American, and we use the what's it, Imperial or whatever it's called, and not metric. So 1,000 feet is 0.18 of a mile, and this square is 4, or this hex is about 4 miles from side to side.
But I first want to, because knowing the spell, I want to know if what I saw would give me a good enough idea to use it, or if it's shooting in the dark.
It is unique enough that you might be able to, but you just saw something bright. You don't actually know what it is. So I think you would know that it probably wouldn't work. It would be a long shot. And also considering the limitation of 1,000 feet.
Yeah. Probably should have prepped a different spell. Oh well.
I do enjoy it.
Anyone lost their keys?
Let me check. No.
Just to give you an
like
idea, the 4 miles, sorry, Mickey, the 4 miles is 21,000 feet.
Damn.
So,
I'm here in Discord, but I'm not there on stream, but that's okay.
you're here in Discord, but you're not there on stream. Oh,
I
in
think
video
the stream's
you're
just...
talking about. There we go.
I think the stream just lags a bit.
You will appear soon. I'm seeing you.
Yay!
Alright.
Oh, don't.
Okay. What? So, no, I don't think you would use locate object until you were a bit more certain of what the object is. But you do make some sort of progress. You are not going particularly quickly, so you're not going fast. A sailing ship can usually go around 2 miles an hour. I'll say with this, you're probably going only at about a quarter of that, if that. But it's hard work. The crew starts to complain mightily about this. And I mean, it's crappy weather. It's raining. It's beginning to get quite cool. They're
I
tired.
shall provide them with hot beverages.
Can
Some nice warm mead or ale or something.
All right, so you issuing extra provisions, extra supplies, rations.
Yeah, for the nice, to keep them nice and warm and get their spirits up.
All right.
can
I'll
I
arrange a fishing crew later.
Okay, what's Byron saying?
Oh, sorry, Neville.
I hit it.
Sorry. Can I then go to, like, if the weather's getting rougher and they're grumbling, can I take my incense burner? I want to go to like the stern. Is that the front? The bow?
Yeah.
Stern.
The bow.
Yeah. Bow. Yeah, I want to go right to the bow of the boat and like kind of like make quite a display of praying to Osprey for like safety through the treacherous waters, while I'm like swinging the incense back and forth.
I will give you this choice. You can either make me a religion check or a performance check.
Oh gosh.
I think that would look funny, him standing in front of the unicorn. Is he praying to Osprey?
Yeah, let's go with the religion. Heck
Oh.
yeah.
Nice.
So you
Crazy.
lead the crew in a rousing prayer to Osprey. I do not know if you mentioned Procan in there at all, but the crew seems to be a little bit more motivated between the food or the extra, the hot chocolate or whatever it is that you provided them. Extra ration of rum, I don't know. Maybe hot chocolate with a splash of rum.
Definitely not the rum.
Rum is for
And-
special occasions.
Yeah, like the galley.
So you carry on in this fashion for a while. I would like Mr. Navigator, sir, Mr. Quartermaster, please
Yeah.
make me a survival check.
Okay.
If there's anybody who wants to, they can assist.
Yes, please.
Survival, I can.
A natural one for plus.
No,
for a
I'm only
4.
half proficient, sorry.
Help me.
Do you want
I'm
to
not
give?
proficient.
Okay, I'm proficient as well.
Okay,
Anybody
so
want to-
roll again, Xerxes.
Okay, 20.
That works.
So that's
That
better.
works better.
All right. So you go for another mile or two, and you feel like you are definitely going in the right direction still, but you are not certain whether or not you need to go further. I would like everybody to give me some perception rolls, with disadvantage because of the heavy rain.
I don't miss my
Including
shield.
me.
Well, if you are down in the galley, no.
Damn it.
I'm assuming whoever's on
Yes.
deck.
Sign, just make sure your
Well,
shield's active, eh?
He
Yeah,
did.
just depends on whether I should. What do you call it? Is this when I came and gave them their rations, or after?
This would have been after, because this is now after a bit of travel.
Well, then I
Alrighty.
would have been back down. Again.
Sorry, Byron. Can you just hit disadvantage? For you,
Oh,
it
sure.
will be a straight roll.
Okay, sure. I think I dropped 6. It said.
It
dropped.
did. No, yeah, because it rolled with advantage. So it should say advantage, disadvantage if you've got dis enabled as well. Oh, well, with disadvantage, yeah, I suppose I can just reverse that. So then a 6 plus 6 would have been 12. Alright, you guys don't see anything. It's very difficult. The water is mostly a strange, murky grey. With the rain, it's a bit difficult. I would like 3 of you to roll me... No, not 3 of you. 2 of you to roll me d20s.
Can I roll for Oceanus as well, just to see if he sees anything?
Sure.
Wisdom, eh?
Oh, how was the wisdom too?
Oh, wait,
No,
disadvantage.
Oceanus
No,
also
dis-
does not see anything.
Okay, no, he definitely doesn't.
Alright. Interesting. The wind remains dead. Nothing happens on that front. However, the good news is the rain, after about an hour's traveling like this, the rain does gradually begin to stop. The crew is relieved and thankful that the rain has stopped, even though they are soaking wet. But the extra bit of hot chocolate or whatever the hell we're going with has helped, as well as the prayer that the acting captain performed. I would like everybody to give me one more set. Oh wait, no, first, Alan, I need you to make another survival check for me, please.
Cool, I'm going to grab a shot of whiskey with our chef.
Go for it.
Steady my survivability.
And consult your maps. Okay. You pretty much the same as the previously. You still feel that you're sort of on the right track, but you're not completely certain. I would like you to roll a d4 for me.
Okay.
Alrighty. So, everybody, now that the rain has stopped, you can make a straight perception check for me if you're up on deck.
Does that mean I roll with disadvantage then?
No. You can have advantage now. You won't have
Okay.
disadvantage because of the rain.
Alright, so this should do it automatically. I don't have to
Yeah.
click advantage.
That was
Correct.
my perception.
Nice.
I can
That
see
was nature.
clearly now the rain.
My mouse was a bit up and it rolled a nature accidentally, but that's fine. I'm too busy playing the Weller Man with the
No, do not put that freaking song in my head. Thank you. Too late. Alright, so the good news is, Calcareous, Bims, Cyan, you notice looking over the, what side would that be? What's the left side? Port. Yes. Looking over to port, you start noticing a strange change in the water. You see it taking on a deeper coloration. The water is somehow bluer. It's odd. You can almost see like a slight curvature to it. If you want, you can make me some nature checks to see if you can identify why this would be.
I shall pray to program for guidance on this.
Damn it. Cyan is on a roll.
It
In
would
his
help a lot
element,
if
if you
you
will.
go to the Pokemon to get the health potion for the fox.
You are indeed, and he is indeed in this element. Anybody else rolling in nature?
Oh, I can try.
Go for it.
No.
I'm drinking
Nope.
my wine in the galley.
Siren has no idea what this is. Neither does Xerxes.
Nope.
One. Don't know why that rolled twice, but
Yeah, I'm also not sure. And Oceanus
I
would
think I double clicked on it.
It's
It's
nature
fine,
anyway.
because Oceanus would actually have advantage on this, because he is actually a sea creature of sorts.
Yeah. Okay.
So, Calcareous, Cyan, and Oceanus, after conferring for a little while, you think that you are on the outskirts of something that is known as a blue hole. It's often some sort of sinkhole that forms in the bed of the sea, usually in shallower water. But I mean, you guys are pretty far away from the coast. I mean, you're now about 6 or 7 miles out, and just having a look, and as you're sailing a little bit further into this thing, you estimate that this thing's probably about 300 feet wide, and its depth you're not certain of. But it is definitely this here. Cyan, you know in your bones that this is unusual.
And it's not on my map.
No, it is not on your map.
So this is new.
Anyone got a fishing rod?
Can I do an insight check on myself to see like what kind of vibes? Am I like getting spooked, or am I like marveled by this?
Sure.
Kind of like, judging by like maybe stories I've heard from others, like sailors, or
Yeah,
like.
does it sit
anything
right
like that.
with you, kind of a thing?
Yeah, is this like, or is it like, oh boy, this is bad news?
You can make an insight roll for that.
Cool. Let me
It's
try
not
that.
often that somebody insight roll checks themselves.
Yeah, that tracks.
You find it unsettling.
Is this like it looks like a waterfall, like a round waterfall in the middle of the ocean?
Sort of like a round waterfall, but there isn't actually any water falling. Obviously.
Like there's just a hole and the water's just
Yeah.
like in the air.
And you can just see it. No, the water's not in the air. It's just that you see the sea, and then you can just see this coloration of the sea in this circular shape that you're sailing into is just completely different. It's nothing like what you've seen before.
I suggest we circle around it and just get our bearings. I don't think it's a good idea. I've just got a bad feeling about this.
How far away is it?
Well, at this point, this was noticed just as you were entering it. It was off to your... Well, you're not really entering it. You're skirting it. It's currently on the left-hand side of the ship.
Having seen it, can I climb up to the crow's nest to see if I can get a better view of it? To see
Sure.
how far it spans and so on.
Yeah, you make your way up there.
Borrow this spyglass.
Sorry, say it again. Sorry, Ellen?
Borrow my spyglass.
Ah.
There we
So-
go. I'll grab the spyglass and climb up.
So you start climbing up, spyglass in hand. I'm trying to figure out if you... Nah, you don't need to make any kind of athletics check for this. You finally get up to the crow's nest, and there's a sailor there, and he's not noticed this, strangely enough. But you turn your attention to this thing, and you use the spyglass. And with the spyglass's aid, you can actually now see that there is this curvature spreading out behind the ship slightly and arcing away to the left and to the right, as you're positioned looking at the port side.
Yeah.
So
Can I see the other end of it? Like, does it look circular or is it just a drop off?
what did we say that can you link that spyglass for me quickly, please,
2
Alan?
times proficiency. Things are seen. I get twice proficiency. Objects viewed through the spyglass are magnified to twice their size. That's all it does.
Twice their size. I would say that you can't quite see. It sort of goes fuzzy. But make a perception check for me. Let's see if
Cool.
how well you can
Program,
see. Maybe you can adjust it.
aid me in this vision.
Fucking
God
clerics. Well,
That's why I do it.
That's not too bad. That's not too bad. So, yeah, it's difficult. You trace it as far as you can, and you get maybe 2/3 of the way either to the left or the right, and then the water is just so, the angle is just not right. It just looks indistinct to you. You can't actually make out any difference to the water anymore.
Someone needs to invent polarizing in this world.
For sure. So what are you guys doing?
I'll come down and tell everyone how far I saw it span. And from the top I can tell how deep it was, eh?
No, you couldn't see how deep it was.
How much rope have we got?
I've got 50 feet.
I think we have a lot in the party sheet.
40
I think we
feet
got
is what we got. Yeah,
we got
40
like
feet,
200
200.
feet. Yeah.
I could always tie something heavy and try to see if we can find the bottom.
Also keep in mind that you are on a ship and a lot of rope is kept around for replacing rigging.
Also, we have an
etc.
anchor.
Yes, you do have an anchor.
Yeah, as if we want to lose that.
Well, it's not going to fall completely off the ship if we just let it run. It's still attached to the ship.
Here's
Yeah,
a
but
good question. How long would an anchor chain be?
Pretty damn long.
Long enough to
considering
hit a
floor,
ocean
right?
floor.
Well, Pirates of the Caribbean it.
We're not super deep into the ocean either, eh?
Not at this point, no. Not super. You estimate it would probably be
So ship
somewhere
anchor
between
about 600
300 and
meters.
700 feet deep, possibly.
So the ship's anchor chain normally about 600 meters.
Okay, yeah. Then you got plenty of anchor if you want to do that.
Sure, that's long, eh?
Yeah,
At
it's
this
quite-
stretch, it wouldn't be. You don't think that the sea bottom would be that high? That high, listen to me. That low. But with this being a blue hole, it's a bit of an unknown.
Or should we use the ship's anchor to try and measure?
You can.
But
Is it-
that would mean we have to go to the middle. Actually, I'm not there. I'm in the galley. I'm drinking.
No, but we
Maybe
can
I
do it
should-
from the edge and just get an idea.
I don't know. Like, an anchor seems really heavy, and why did we just like tie a rock or something to lots of rope, and then we just do the same thing?
Yeah, we can do it with that.
I don't know. I don't want to lose the anchor.
Yeah.
And also, if something like goes tits up, we can just let go of the rope.
Okay,
I've
let's
got
do
this
that.
book
Pretend.
that might come in handy.
Alright. So,
I
you
don't think that's going to be heavy enough.
you don't have too much of an issue. So, how much rope did you say that you have on yourselves? You got 200 feet in the party inventory. You can add another. I don't know how much.
I've got 100 feet on me.
I've got
Okay.
50.
50, yeah.
I've got 100 feet on me.
Does anybody have a rock?
I could we could attach my scale mail to it.
I got this shovel.
So you'll lose your armor, but not the
No, my old scale mail. I got this
No.
new shiny mithril one now.
No, let's tie the rope to the end of the handle of the shovel. I'll give you a shovel.
Wait, a shovel.
Where did you get the shovel from?
It's standard adventuring gear.
He was planning on burying all of us once he sacrificed us.
Why would I bury you? I just burn you. Burying takes effort.
Okay.
Unique insights into our characters' minds this evening. So, who is tying the knots? Who's?
I can help
I-
someone tie.
Well, if
I-
somebody wants stuff tied, I can gladly help tie, or I can
I
gladly tie.
Someone go fetch Beru. He's good at this shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
that's
like an
fine.
outdoors person, right?
I've got the shovel in my hand. I might as well go take it and ask for help.
But I
Yeah.
can't give advantage, I think.
Shall
Can
give
anyone give me
Procan's
advantage?
guidance I can give Procan's guidance to you.
Okay, but can nobody give me advantage to sleight of hand?
I'm not proficient.
Are you, what's your plus modifier?
6.
Mine's 5. You can give me advantage.
Okay, well, that sounds like a good trade-off. Plus, then you can get Procan's guidance as well.
Go for it.
Yeah, take the shovel.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Damn,
Do you know?
I'm not rolling well this time. And it's a D4. Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
That
Do you
will
know
do.
how I imagine giving advantage for like tying a knot is? Is that like one person's tying the bow, another puts his finger in the center? You know.
You have to.
Yeah.
Someone just take it afterwards and tug it to make sure it's tight.
Yeah, I was going to say, I would probably be double checking it in any case.
Also, can we not just ask like the seasoned sailors on the boat to do a proper bow line?
No, they're incompetent.
They're drunk.
How many of them died on that island? Because they were curious.
No, that was the Marines. That was the Marines.
Still.
Yeah, technically that was the
Marines would be
Marines.
better.
Yeah.
Well, if you're going to rope in the crew, you can do so. Make me just a straight up charisma check.
Who?
Yeah,
Whoever's
I'll see.
roping in the crew.
Shouldn't
I
they just
should try and
do
rope
it
them
before
in.
we tell them?
Charisma.
Aaron, who's good at tying a decent bow line here? And
Hey, you
Oh.
get
That's
piece
the
of-
charisma.
I just
Person.
seen
Whoa.
Alan
just got
and Neville
disconnected.
disconnected. Yeah. Metro Fiber, huh?
Hey.
Nice for internet.
I can, you can ask and I can roll charisma.
Yeah, I think let the horned guy do it. His charisma is decent for whatever reason.
You
Just,
guys can make-
It's also
Gordon, let
high.
us know when we can reconnect.
You can connect.
Mine's also very high.
They're actually a bard. They have high
I
charisma
have
as well.
18. Does that count?
Sure.
Oh wow. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Everybody else is now disconnecting as well.
Yeah, it's also telling me I can't get hold of any cloud servers. I'm gonna.
Yeah, I think
Technical
I need to restart
difficulties.
the Fantasy
Yeah.
Ground server. Folks, we will be right back while we sort out our technical issues. Good evening, everybody. This is Gordon from Grinning Goggle Gaming. I am joined this evening for a continuation of a game from last week that was rudely interrupted by, I don't know, whole South Africa's internet going down for some bizarre reason. I'm joined by Xerxes, or Alan, should I say, playing Xerxes, Mickey playing Siren, Byron playing Cyan, Peter playing Corollas, Richard playing Carcarius, and Neville playing Beirut. When last we saw our heroes, they were on board the Wind Piercer, Wave Piercer, yes, now I'm screwing everything up. And they were busy investigating a strange phenomenon that they had come across during a bit of a rainstorm at sea, while searching for an object that they had noticed when they had left the lizard folk lair a couple of months ago. So, you guys were trying to figure out how long an anchor was, and then you were busy making some rolls. I think the last thing I remember was Mickey getting assistance from Neville to tie, I think it's Xerxes' shovel to the rope that you were going to try and test the depth of the
Throw
water.
down the hole.
See, our internet died like 10 minutes after yours did, and we all found that thing in the ocean, so we can leave.
I like that you think that's how this works.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, like the players DM themselves.
Yeah. Sure.
Imagine
Okay.
the shit we could
You,
get
you,
away
you
with.
heard it here, folks. I am no longer required. Good night.
No, you did the UI.
Oh, do I do the UI? Yes, I sit here and make everything turn.
Yes.
So, let us attempt those rolls again, shall we? Are you giving Mickey advantage on her sleight of hand
was
check?
it? Oh,
If I remember
Who's doing
correctly.
sleight of hand?
Mickey.
I'm
Can
doing-
give whoever advantage,
I'm doing sleight of hand because I've
or somebody can give me advantage if they can.
No one else can. Yes.
No.
What's your plus on sleight of hand?
+5.
Okay.
Here's a 6.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Give you advantage. Hit it.
Yay!
All right. So you make a pretty sturdy knot. You can do that too. You can sing while you're busy tying the knot, and you are ready to attempt to measure the depth of this place. Are you taking any other? Are you just you just know that you guys have attached a certain amount of length to this thing? I can't remember exactly how many lengths of rope you put
400
together.
or 450. We've got quite a lot, eh?
All right.
Just while they're busy pulling the rope down and that, I'm just going to call my little helper.
Okay, sure. Weren't you down in the galley? I seem to recall.
No, I had to come up to help them tie the rope.
Oh,
Didn't we steal one of his
Oh, yes, of
spots to
course.
weight
Do you
it down?
sure.
Do you remember that?
What?
Who was it? Was it Carcarius, I think? Said somebody go fetch Beirut to help us with the rope.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
because
good.
you could actually do knots.
Yes. And then there was a whole conversation about using the crew, and then you were like, no, they're useless. Remember how the Marines got themselves
Yeah.
killed?
Yeah, Marie's got themselves killed.
Ah.
Useless.
Your poor employees. I hope you're not. Are you saying this on deck, by the way?
No. No.
I think I pretty much made that fact clear when we got back on the ship.
Well, you did. You made it clear to Sergeant Ives, who is, by the way, looking at all this with a little bit of curiosity and.
Can we help you, sir?
Not at all, ma'am. Just looking. And you see, leaning against one of the masts, not too far away from you, the sea elf, your friend Oceanus, along with your new employee, Bayleaf, and they're just having a quiet conversation in Elvish. And Bayleaf, just like you guys who understand Elvish, you basically hear him saying something about Sergeant Ives to the effect of, what a fucking tight ass. But anyway, and yeah, so who is actually lowering this thing down?
Someone
Me.
with
I
strength?
think I'll definitely offer myself up for that.
I'm quite strong as well. We can all do it, really. Well, 2 people, whatever.
Lowering
Like,
it down isn't like we just gotta let it run.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I
basically.
mean,
It hits
Someone
bottom.
needs to hold it.
but what if it
Or just-
doesn't hit bottom?
It's more a case of who's counting the lengths, but I'm going to say that because you know each length is 50 feet, you're going to basically be counting out in 50 feet increments. So it's not going to be particularly difficult or tedious. I won't even need a roll
Each
for it.
knot.
It's more a case of how quickly you're letting it drop. But if you're just letting it drop normal, I don't actually know how much that shovel weighs, but I assume it'll be sufficient weight to make it sink fairly easily.
I'll tell you now. It
I mean,
weighs,
rope is not particularly buoyant. Yeah,
weighs
5
5
pounds.
pounds.
2 kgs should be fine. So you start letting this thing over the side of the ship. 50 feet passes, 100 feet passes, 150 feet, 200, 250, 300. I'm trying to think though. How would you know that it hit the bottom?
Wouldn't it go slack?
You'll feel it,
Yeah,
wouldn't you?
You
Yeah,
get some,
you-
you get
It would
good
go a little
thought.
bit slack, yeah.
Like reverb on the rope as well.
So you do this for a while, and you stop just as you're sort of getting to the end. You said you had about 450. It's somewhere between. You can't be completely certain, but from your measurements, it's somewhere between 350 and 400 feet down. So, what do you do?
I'll drink a repel potion so that the sharks don't eat me.
Cool. Well, that's
Go
a
fetch it.
standard havable death, so it should be fun. So it's like 100 meters down for us normal people.
I was going to say, we need to get down there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or if what you're looking for is even where we are right now.
What are we looking for here, actually?
The
Shiny
thing that fell from the sky.
might not even be shiny anymore. Couldn't we look for it? We said something last week about there was some other spell or something that someone did to detect where it was.
Oh, the
I
locate
was gonna
object,
try. Yeah, I was gonna try something, but it wasn't. I didn't get a good enough idea of what it was, and I don't think there's enough distance for it.
Can't you ask one of the sea creatures to tell us if there's something down there?
Yeah, just communicate with them and tell them, bro. Hey, listen, go look for this thing.
Because that works well.
last time I tried that worked so well.
Only
So
because you had to walk on water while you were doing.
Which is also a good
You
point.
don't have to walk on water this time.
Sorry, Gordon, what's the rule of how long you can hold your breath?
Basically, you can hold your breath for a number of minutes equal to 1 plus your constitution modifier.
And Oceanus?
2 minutes for me.
And Oceanus, fair enough.
Oceanus. Is he able to breathe underwater? I believe he should be able to.
Sacrifice
So that
him.
means I can hold my breath for 4 minutes.
Oceanus is amphibious. He can breathe both air and water.
Let's have him down.
Does somebody have the alter self spell?
No, just think that's
No.
I know somebody
No.
that does, but it's not in this campaign.
Anyone
Yeah, I know
got
that.
polymorph?
If someone dies, I can just animate dead as well.
Seriously,
Yeah,
none
well,
of you have
I'm
alter
gonna-
self.
Nope.
Do I see any fish around, Gwen? I'm staying on the boat this time.
You can easily fix that as well. Throw some food overboard if we need to.
Perception check.
Trying to help you with that.
Yeah, Bims will find it for you,
Check
bro.
as
He's
well.
always
We're gonna talk to some fish.
I'll guide myself as well.
Okay. How about what we're rolling now for?
to see
Perception.
if
Trying to
we
find
can.
fish.
Fish,
No,
sharks, turtles,
Aquatic
giant
creatures.
crabs, giant octopus.
Alright. Coronis. Roll me a D100, please.
What
Oh,
should be
God.
like a what should be like a cuttlefish or something?
Wow, interesting.
Sea
21 and 21 again.
Does someone speak color though? Color's color.
Interesting. Hilarious. But interesting. You see a strange looking thing. You first catch like this glinting. It almost looks like silver in the woman. Where the fuck did woman come from? In the water. And wow, don't know where that came from. And as you look again, it's sort of coming closer to the surface. And you can see that there appears to be an entire school of extremely silvery fish darting through the water just below the ship.
Well,
What
I shall
I'm gonna
use the last
point-
charge on the trident.
What? Well, why doesn't Oceanus and I just go down?
Well, let me send, if I can try and send one of these fish down first to see if there's anything worthwhile down there.
Okay. You haven't
So
had
I
a good
can try.
track record, just by the way, just in case you forgot.
No, but these aren't sharks at least, so. And I'm on the boat now.
What does the spell from the staff actually do?
It's what's it called? I forget
Command
now.
beast or something.
Yeah. Fish command.
Fish command, yeah.
Dominate Beast is the spell.
Dominant. Yeah, that's it. So, Wisdom 16 DC. I swear, this is a wise fish.
King of all mackerels.
You joke. You
Oh,
joke.
God.
It rolled a 17. I'm just trying to pull up a stat quickly.
Please say it as a minus.
Yeah, that's
It does
never-
have a
It's got a
minus.
-2.
on that.
What is the DC?
16.
I got a 15.
Yes, it worked.
Saved by the skin of a -2.
Saved by the scale of -2.
So one of these little silver fishies like comes up to the top of the water and is now just basically making fishy mouth at you next to the ship.
Yeah. Telepathically, but unconsciously, I'm probably moving my mouth as well. I'm just gonna tell it, swim down to the bottom and find anything unusual.
Tell it fell from the sky the other night, and to potentially, if it was around, look for that.
It's a fish.
Yeah.
So
doubt.
the fish starts swimming away down. You lose sight of it very quickly. You've only got you can maybe just see about maybe 15 or 20 feet down into the water, not very far.
Yeah.
The water is not the best clarity. Yeah, you're definitely not in the Maldives or something. But you wait as moments go by. And eventually, because this lasts for a minute,
Yeah.
no fish returns.
Damn it, it was eaten.
The telepathic link, how far does that go? 'Cause it doesn't actually state.
It doesn't actually state it. Usually most telepathic links work to about 1,000 feet, so it should be within range. But it's more like, I'll say, yeah, you get the sensation that something broke the link.
How the fuck the fish got eaten?
I knew it.
By what though?
I don't know. Did I get any, like, flash of image before it died?
No. All you got was maybe a brief tang of fear, and then obliteration.
This is where the turtle is. Makes sense.
No.
Well,
Yeah.
came back from that. Yep, I think the fish died. Something ate it, but I don't know what. So it could just be a bigger fish. It could be something bigger that can eat you. So up to you if you want to go down there.
I wouldn't mind going down, but I won't survive.
Okay, well, I can
No
go
way
down.
for me
What
to breathe.
can Oceanus? Has he got dark vision? I take it.
Yes.
He should have.
He does.
Yeah, so Oceanus and I can go down, and then whichever one of us sees something first, we'll come back up and report what we see.
Okay.
What do you guys think of that?
Are you gonna pop on the mariner's armor?
I'm already wearing it.
Yeah,
I
he
woke
must
up
said
this
last
morning
week.
and it was wearing.
When he's on ship, he's wearing the mariner's armor.
The
Oh,
life
okay.
jacket.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it is.
Pretty
The D&D life jacket. With benefits. And it's great because you can actually speak... You can actually communicate with him, even in Elvish, if I remember right.
Yep. And Aquin,
So you start descending.
and I will communicate with him in Aquin when we go down.
Okay, 100%. So
Okay,
you
I
two
want us
dive
to
over,
go down,
Just-
holding onto the rope.
holding onto the rope as a
Just
guide.
using the rope as a guide. So if you guys feel a tug, then
pull.
Start pulling if necessary.
Does that the mariner's armor gives you a swimming speed as well, eh?
That gives me a swimming speed equal to my walking speed, and I will be dashing down.
Okay, great. So you're gonna go 60 feet.
I'm gonna go 60 feet. Check it out. Have a look around.
Before he goes down, just again, this is gonna be a weird thing, but Shield of Faith. It's a cast range of 60, but what would it range? It would stick with him as long as I'm concentrating.
As long as you're concentrating on it, yeah.
I'll also inspire you.
Then, who's got the lower AC between Beira and Oceanus?
Well, Oceanus is 13.
You do know that there are 2 clerics.
Yes, but we're on the boat, and we'd rather not have you die first.
No. I'm saying 2 clerics that can cast 2 Shields of Faith.
That's if the other one hasn't prepared.
Other one, known as Cyan. Do you happen to have Shield of Faith prepared? This is Oceanus speaking. Byron? Are you muted?
It did.
Or is he even there?
Cyan has actually jumped off the other side of the ship and is currently swimming down without telling anyone.
There we go. Flipping my mic was like I had to go into my settings. So I gotta say that all again. I was gonna say I don't have it prepared, but like Oceanus, how old are you?
Oceanus is
Yes.
He's pretty old. He's not old for in human years. He's about 100. But that,
so that's
that's basically like a just out of teenager it's like an 18-year-old.
Oh, that's good, because I have this ceremony I want to perform on a young adult. If you don't mind.
Do we need to give you privacy for that?
Oh no, it's just a coming of age ceremony.
Again.
Only Oceanus says, does it involve any sharp implements?
Oh no, I just need to touch you on the shoulders.
No, that's fine.
Okay, so so I think Sign will cast the coming of age ceremony. So for the next 20. Yeah.
It also takes an hour, so I'm only gonna cast my shield at the end.
Okay. Yeah, I've taken my time. Not really fussed. This is a nice afternoon. We're just chilling, throwing some.
Nomine Padre et Filii Spiritus Sancti. The whole thing.
While this is going on, I'm gonna go and hunting for some spears.
That's a good idea.
I'm going to cast Dragon's Breath on one of you guys when you go down.
All right.
Okay, I need spears. At least 2 spears. One for me, one for Oceanus.
And Gordon, just as a thing of interest, if you check out Oceanus' thing, he's got that friend of the sea trait.
He can talk with gestures and sounds. Yeah.
Yeah. To any
Sorry,
beast.
I don't know what's going on. Something is like really, really slow on FTU tonight. I don't know why.
Actually, don't we have your old trident?
There are 5 spears
My
in
old
the inventory and a trident.
Yeah, okay, I'll take the trident and give the spears to...
Oceanus has a trident. He also has a crossbow.
Has he got a trident? Okay, cool. Then we'll go down with tridents.
Alrighty. So, ceremony, you're doing the adult... What's it called?
So the ceremony is called the coming of age to this young elf. For the next 24 hours, whenever the target makes an ability check, you can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to his ability check.
Nice. All right.
Oh, that's like guidance for a while.
It is. Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
24-hour guidance.
So yeah, I casted that as a ritual, not as a full-on spell. just FYI.
Oceanus stands there and patiently takes the blessings and that. He says he's sure that the Saldarine will not mind the crew giving this kind of blessing as well. But he's quickly ready. You see he hefts his trident. He adjusts his leather armor a little bit. And he says to Beirut and Aquin, shall we go?
Let's just double check. I've got everything.
You
So
guys
I've got a.
dragon breath.
Inspiration for both.
Like, if you fight something, do you want to be able to do 3d6 potentially lightning damage?
In water.
Salt
Yeah,
water.
I'm just busy wondering. In water, is that spell not going to be a waste because it might not work underwater?
Why wouldn't it work?
It's salt.
It would work super well. It's salt water.
Can I electrocute himself?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to. It is a spell. I'm not going to insert a real world physics into fantasy. So for all intents and purposes, it will work except for fire, because just so you're aware,
Obviously.
any creature submerged in water, according to the rules I checked, is resistant to fire.
So
Okay.
yeah,
So lightning, cool.
lightning is probably going to be your best bet, even if it's real world physics.
Okay.
And I can cast it as a twin spell.
Onto both of us.
Yeah, if I use some sorcery points.
That's actually pretty awesome.
It is. And that lasts for a minute.
Yeah, 1 minute.
All right.
How many feet are you going to get in 1 minute?
In 1 minute we can get, let's see, 6, 12, 18. Well, 1 minute I can get 600 feet.
Yep. More than enough.
Cool.
Nice.
Right. Y'all want some lightning?
Yeah.
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 Let's fry whatever's down there.
I will assume that all these things, you have got exceptional timing and you're all casting this shit together.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Just like
Well-
this mass
well-
input of like spells onto these two in an instant.
Exactly. Alright.
Alright.
So, you two hop overboard, climb down with the rope, get into the water. The water is quite chill. Oceanus isn't really affected by it, but you, Beirut, you feel this is a bit uncomfortable. But
Perry's gonna smell like wet dog after this, isn't he?
Wow.
possibly.
I didn't think about that.
Well, I'll see that I'm a bit furry and I'll... what I can do is I can change into... I can disguise myself as something else, but it's fine. We'll go for the wet dog. Alright, so go down 60 feet and then have a look around. I can
Alright.
use my... Because I can move 30 feet, I can dash 30 feet, and I've still got an action to have a look around.
Okay, cool. So, you do so. You drop down 60 feet. You're gonna have to make like 6 of these little stops, eh? Just from what you estimated, more or less. Okay.
Well, we estimated it around about 300, 400 feet, right?
Yeah. So somewhere it will be 6 at least.
6 at least. That's 600 feet.
No,
Yes.
you're moving 60 feet.
Oh, yes.
6 times 6 is
Okay, so
36.
to 360. Oh, okay. Yeah.
God, really arguing maths with the maths teacher, really. Anyway.
Yeah.
So you start going down. You get to where you feel just a little bit further than what the first rope, where you've what's the word I'm looking for? Where you've hashed these ropes together, where you've tied them together. You just go a little bit further than that, where you estimate about 60 feet is. So give me a perception roll. But now the question that I have for you is...
Okay, just remember my helper is with me, eh? He has to be within 60 feet of me all times.
Okay.
So he's moving with me.
Okay, 100%.
Oh, crikey.
There's still enough light at this point that you should be okay to have a normal perception roll. Do you still have
my
Oceanus'
ability?
sheet? What about your ability? Is that not for other stuff?
It's for everything. If it's got to do with light.
I just want to open it up in front of me quickly. It's this one.
broken ass character.
All Neville plays is broken ass characters.
Neville does not play broken ass characters. Neville plays really nice, cool, fun characters.
Okay,
True.
Neville, this is not merely darkness. It's also the quality of the water.
Obscurity.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for now, it's still relatively clear, but as you get deeper, that might change. As I was asking Richard, do you still have Oceanus's character sheet?
Yeah.
Can you roll me his perception, please? He does have it under skills. He is actually skilled in this.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Damn, Oceanus. So, what is his sight? He's got 60 feet. Okay. So the immediate area around you and a little bit further, you think to at least down to the next knot or two, you don't see anything strange. Do you continue?
Yeah. Signal to Oceanus to go down.
Okay. You
So
start
we'll
going
head on
down a
to
bit
the
deeper.
60.
Bit deeper, the water gets a little bit cooler. There's a bit of a current that you've got to fight against as well now. You get to the next, let's say, just before the next knot, or the next knot,
Yeah.
shall I say, at 120 feet down. Make another set of perception checks for me, this time with disadvantage.
It's better than my other one.
It is.
No,
Oh.
it didn't roll
It
that
didn't.
T4 now.
Yeah,
So-
I didn't roll his D4. That's weird. It shouldn't have been a once off. Unless
that's-
it's
Oh,
with
The first
for the
time
next
it gets
24
used.
hours, you only can do it once. Yeah.
possible.
It can roll a D4 whenever the target makes an ability check.
Then it must
So
have
it
been
should
the
be a
coding
confidence.
effect that was screwy. No, it's not a problem.
Yeah.
We'll just roll a d4 for him. So, Oceanus doesn't see anything. Beirut, as you descend this a little bit further, deeper down, not quite, like the rope is going straight down. Not quite down, but more, I'll say it's at around about a 40-degree angle away from you. In the direction, away from the ship. So if the ship you were looking basically over towards port, the left-hand side of the ship, more in that direction, because remember the ship was like skirting that strange depression in the ocean floor that you saw, that you identified as a blue hole, or Mickey identified, I think, Siren identified. You see that, at an angle off deeper towards what would be the center of that circle, you seem to see a faint green glow in the water.
Okay, so then I'll point to Oceanus. We need to go in that direction, and I'll, with the rope, keeping a hold of the rope, but not holding onto it, just leading the rope over towards that direction.
All right. I'd like you to make a strength check for me.
Strength
Yeah, straight strength or athletics.
or athletics? Or why don't you say athletics?
Yeah.
Much better
Now,
with athletics.
I
than
thought.
strength.
I think you do have athletics, so I'll allow you to use it. You can roll an athletics for Oceanus as well, Richard,
Okay.
and add a d4 to it.
Are you kidding me?
Okay, between
There we go.
the both of you, you do actually manage to get this thing. You tug it, and there is a bit of resistance at first. You think it probably got stuck on a rock or something, or some coral. You don't know, because you can't actually see the bottom at this point. You pull away, and you start swimming off in that direction. How much further do you swim in that direction?
Want to keep going as fast as possible, so If we can keep going at about 60 or so a go.
Okay. You guys on top of the boat, you feel a slight tugging on the rope. How do you
Multiple
react?
tugs, I think tug. A heavy tug.
It feels like a heavy tug, and then it feels more like you can actually see that the angle of the rope changes.
Okay.
They've probably been eaten.
I don't know.
That or they've seen something away from the rope. It doesn't seem like a we need help tug.
Maybe we get up.
If they needed assistance, they would have tugged on it. I would still be tugging on it.
Yeah.
Also, if Beru gets unconscious, he's gonna float to the surface anyway. So at least that's our second warning.
What?
Yeah, I don't think.
Yeah, carry on, Byron. I wanted to say, Byron, what are you trying to say? Then I interrupt you.
No, it's okay. Maybe we should give him a little slack, and then we'll just watch out for like maybe excess bubbles or something.
Or blood.
Oh yeah, that too, I guess.
That's a good indication, yeah.
Excellent deductive reasoning right there. Brilliant. So, you feel the little bit of slackness on the line. They seem to be giving you that bit of extra rope, so to speak. And you start swimming off at an angle deeper towards this thing. One of the first things you noticed, Beirut, and Oceanus also notices it, and he can actually speak. Oceanus says, something strange has just happened. While I can normally breathe water, and you can see, you would have noticed, sea owls do have gills that are, very, very nicely like hidden. You can't just see it, but in the water you could. On land, they close up completely and they just look like, normal skin. You can see now those slits in his neck are completely closed, and he says to you, "I'm breathing through my nose, like I would above water." And you also notice those parts of your body that are exposed, the water is warmer.
Water is warmer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so how far away from the object are we at the moment?
Well, at the moment you're about, let's say, 180 feet down, so you're about halfway there.
No, but you said, hold on a second, is this now before or after we've moved? The third time?
This is after you've moved.
The third time.
Mm-hmm. You can still make your perception check if you'd like. I'm just telling you that this is something that Oceanus notices immediately.
Okay, no, I'm just trying to calculate this because after we moved the second time, with my sight I could see it, so it must have been within my sight's range.
You could see a glow. You couldn't see it. You could just make out the strange glow in the water.
All right, cool. So I'm just gonna sort of like try and signal to Oceanus. Is he okay to carry on, or does he want to wait?
Oceanus says, "I'm fine to carry on." He says, "We're not too far from the surface. I'd like you to try something. Try and speak. This has the feeling of magic that we use in our enclaves, our underwater enclaves, to make life a little bit easier for us."
Okay, I will attempt to speak in Aquan. I'll say, I am trying to speak.
It feels weird for a second because you know that what you're doing now is you're actually breathing in water and trying to speak, and your voice comes out a little bit strange and a little bit garbled, but it's still, especially with speaking Aquan, it's clear enough that you can communicate, and your lungs fill with air.
Cool. Don't have to worry about breathing anymore, at least.
Oceanus says, It's strange. It's almost like we're approaching a sea elf refuge, but I'm not aware of any sea elf refuges in this area. My own home is much further to the south.
Alright, well, seeing as we no longer have to be in too much of a hurry because of my breathing, let's move on at a normal pace, moving towards it.
Alright.
And yeah, I'll do my perception check now first before we carry on.
Do so.
Let's check it out. Disadvantage, eh?
Yes, disadvantage.
It's disadvantage for Oceanus as well.
Yes.
Roll me something useful. Nope.
Oh, wow. Oceanus does get his D4, though.
Oh, yes.
Okay, or grand total
Not
is
that
7.
much.
Yeah, it's difficult. You can see that this green glow does seem to suffuse the water, but it's not like it's daylight or anything. It's just you can see this gradual shift in the lighting down here. Do you continue to move forward just at a normal pace? So you're just going 30 feet forward now.
Just moving 30 feet forward, but we're going to carefully pull the rope from the bottom, so like the bottom part comes along, so that the top part going up to the ship can stay as stable as possible.
Okay.
So we're going to take a bit more care moving now that there's no hurry in because of running out of breath part.
All right. So you do.
And I will definitely communicate this normally to.
Yeah, no. Well, you can.
Oceanus.
Oceanus. I mean, he's not stupid. So he goes along with your plan. He slowly starts pulling up a bit more of the rope alongside you, so that you can actually, take it with you. You move a little bit closer, swimming about 30 feet further down. So now you're at about 210 feet. You see the light, as you're getting closer, the light does appear to get a bit brighter. But it's like the increase is so gradual, you're not even sure, you can't be absolutely sure either, even with your vision. I mean, you can see the water in front of you. It's, like I said, it's not clear. You see little bits of something floating in there. You can see like an occasional strange shape at the periphery of your vision that you assume is a fish or something because it looks quite small. But the movement is so indistinct you can't tell. You cannot be 100% certain. It could even be a floating piece of seaweed for all you know. But you go a little bit further down, still going 30 feet down, hey? Slowly.
Yeah.
So give me another thing of perception. You're now at about 240, 250 feet.
Perception.
Gotcha.
Persuasion.
Okay.
Perfect.
With your sight, you start seeing the Beirut sees this. Oceanus has a little bit more trouble with that 6. You start seeing what you think might be getting close to the seabed. You start seeing larger rocky formations. You can see they are encrusted with light scattering of seaweed. There's some corals sitting here and there as well. You can see a couple of little fishies darting in between, and you can see that there's several of these larger rocky pieces, and you seem to be sort of moving down between them, following this glow. And you can actually see, as you get a little bit further down, that the glow is starting to, highlight these rocky outcroppings as well. Do you wish to proceed?
That just sounds like an ominous question.
No, I'm just asking. Do you wish to go further? I mean,
Yes,
how's it ominous?
We would like, yeah. The question, the thing is, you're asking it is what making it ominous.
Okay. That was not my intention.
Yeah, no, we'll carry on same sequence. So far, it seems to be going well.
All right.
So you say we're about 240, huh? So now
Yeah.
we're going to 270.
Now you're going to about
What's that?
270.
What are we at? 6 rounds.
Yeah. So now you
Perceptions.
can do perceptions for me, but now it's a little bit brighter. It's starting to brighten up noticeably as you're getting deeper. Do you want to do your perceptions now, or do you want to move a little bit further?
I want to do a perception. I want to just make sure nothing, I know, is like lurking, trying to hunt us.
Sure, go for it.
That's what I'm mostly looking for now. Now that we have a direction to go.
Disadvantage seems to work a lot better.
Yeah.
So,
But without disadvantage, sorry.
Yeah.
okay. As you get a little bit closer, even closer, you start noticing off to one side, not too far away from one of these small little outcroppings, what appears to be a focusing of this light. And you can see now possibly why this light seems to be so weird down here as well. You can just make out, just sticking out of like a further depression in the ground, what appears to be a large, possibly about 9 feet long, greenish colored crystal. And this seems to be the source of the light that you are seeing. And as you stand there watching it, you see that in a moment it sort of pulses, and there's a slight shift in the water around you, and there's warmth, like there's a flash of warmth emanating from it. The light strengthens, there's almost like a wave of light coming out of it, and then because of your high rolls, both you and Oceanus like take an involuntary watery gasp. As you can see, there seems to be some sort of script scrawled on this stone. This
I'll
green
turn to
crystal.
Oceanus and I'll ask him, have you seen any kind of crystal like this before?
And he says to you, I've never seen anything like this in my life.
And if I search through the memory banks of my history, have I seen anything like this in my life before?
No.
But how far away from it are we now?
At the moment, you're about 110 feet away.
Okay. Well, let's proceed. Another 30 feet or so. We can't make out that script from this distance, eh? What it says.
No, you cannot make it out. It is quite large, but it's still a bit too far away for you to actually tell what it says.
Okay. Let's move in another 30.
All right. So you get in a bit closer, and I'd like you to make another set of perception rolls for me. And I just need to bring up something quickly. Okay.
What's with the 19s now?
Yeah, I know.
It's
Indeed.
because there's no more disadvantage, that's why.
So, getting down closer, now you're about 90 feet away, not too far at all. You don't see anything around you. You can just start making the writing a little bit clearer. I'm going to do a test because I do not know. The problem with this is I do not know who will see this other than you. So it might give something away. Now, I'm just going to ask you, do you speak Celestial?
Me?
Yeah. Do you have any understanding of Celestial? Oceanus does not.
No. Not celestial, no.
Okay, then you the text is indecipherable.
Elvish, and infernal.
Yeah, just, Gordon, if you are going to share the text, I can understand Celestial.
Yeah, no, but you're not down there, so that's why I said.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'll say. If you're going to share the text, then
Yeah.
just be aware of that.
No, I will. So, you don't understand what it says either, Beira. What do you do?
No. Moving closer.
All right. So,
Is there any other text other than that particular text?
are you going to swim right up to the thing?
No, we just want to get closer. I mean, you said we were about 80 feet out, right?
Yeah, you're about 90 feet, so you're going to get 60 feet out. Getting 60 feet out, you still only see one distinct type of writing, but one language on there.
Do I feel anything weird?
Yes, the
Other
water
than
is warm.
the fact that I can...
It feels like somebody's peed in the water next to you.
I was saying, other than the water being warm and being able to breathe in it.
Make an Arcana check. Nope. You don't pick up anything else strange. Or at least of a magical nature that you recognize.
Okay, I'm gonna confer with Oceanus and say, I'm gonna go towards it. Why don't you just hang back over here? I'm gonna take the bottom part of the rope, not the part that goes to the ship, the bottom part of the rope. So the Oceanus stays here, grounded. And I'm going to take that part of the rope and go up towards it, just so that I've got a rope going back to Oceanus. So if something happens, Oceanus can pull me back.
I'm too lazy to work out the mathematics, but remember you're not pulling it at an angle. The rope is going to be a bit short. I don't know if those on top would be... You would eventually get to a point. Short? Because it was going straight down, and now it's going at an angle, and it's further away. Pythagoras, motherfucker.
Yeah, but I mean, it went 400 odd feet down, 400 feet down.
It went about 360 feet down. And
actually,
now
you know what
that is further away.
Let's forget about that rope. Okay. I'm going to give Oceanus the end of my rope. I'm going to tie it around his waist. I'm going to tie that around my waist. And I'm going to walk.
Great. So Oceanus is still 60 feet away. You get to within 10 feet of this thing. You can see now that it is actually buried in a hole that's around 10 or 15 feet deep. You can't see all of the crystal. Part of it is like buried in the seabed.
Damn. How big is it, roughly?
You can also see that there's like a radiating pattern of slight circles around it. In like broken rock. What is it?
How big is the crystal?
Well, the part that you saw sticking out of the ground was maybe about 9 feet sticking out of the ground, and it's probably around 4.5 feet wide, maybe 5 feet wide. It's a little bit. It's not like perfect. It's a bit uneven. And now that you're closer, give me a perception check. The light is quite a bit, so you don't have any problem seeing here.
Do I get advantage at least then?
No. Don't push it. Yeah, you don't see anything else of particular interest at this point. It is a large, weird, glowing crystal buried like in the sand. You don't know how deeply in the sand, but it's weird. You think this is probably what you're looking for.
What's the general shape of the crystal? Is it like uniform, or is it like pointy towards what's buried in the sand?
It is, from what you can see, it's sitting at maybe about a 50-degree angle into the sand, and it's also it's long, and the side of it that you can see, the point of it that you can see, is actually got a bit of a point, but it's like jagged points. It's like 3 or 4 jagged points on it. And then, while most of it, the actual sides of it, appear to be more smooth. That's where, and that's where you actually see this writing on, is these smooth portions.
Okay, I'm going to ask Oceanus to move in about 15 feet.
Mm-hmm. He does so.
And I'm going to say, okay, hold your ground, because I'm going to go, I'm going to try and touch it. I'm going to see if I can touch it, because if I can touch it, then I can tie this goddamn rope around it.
Okay. You do
ready. And then I will go up towards it, and I will carefully touch it. If I feel any kind of funny feeling before my hand touches it, I'm going to pull away.
That's interesting. Make an investigation check. Okay. So you start reaching out towards this thing. As your hand gets to within a couple of inches of it, that warmth steps up quite a bit. You can feel it on your fingertips. And as you're just about to touch the crystal, there's a small spark of like green electricity that just tickles your fingers. But it's sort of like, what are those globes called? You know, that they make?
The plasma balls.
The plasma balls. It sort of feels like that. You bring your hand a bit closer, and it's not hurting you. It's just tingly.
Okay, and if I hover my hand over it a bit, without touching it, does it continue?
There are several of these little... No, it continues. There's several of these little... I hesitate to call them lightning bolts because they're not, but these little surges that are tickling your palm.
I'll turn to Oceanus and I'll say, what do you think? You think we should try and rope it up?
Oceanus says, we can try.
Okay. I want to see if I can work out a way. Okay, I'm going to take the rope off of untie the rope on me.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see if I can work out a way to get this rope tied around in a secure manner, so that I can, if we try and pull it up, that it will pull this thing out.
Make me... This is a tricky one. I would just say make me a straight intelligence check. Let's see how smart you are and figure it out. Holy Moses. That's a natural 20, folks. So, yeah, you eye it out. You see that you can tie this rope around this thing, possibly around the more jagged edges that you can just see at the bottom. You like go back towards Oceanus and you like untie the shovel that was kindly sent down and swim back, and with little effort you manage to loosen this soil around this rock sufficiently that you can find more of where the crystal is a little bit more uneven, and you manage to make like a cross shape around it, just to, and you feel that it is fairly secure, but let's make a sleight of hand check to see whether or not it actually is.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna say now, I'm using my DM inspiration on this one.
Go for it. Oh, by the way, Byron, you got to DM inspiration because I forgot to award it to you. For acting as very much in character to your personality type.
Oh, dope. Okay, cool. Thanks, man.
I remembered and I wanted to do it, and then I forgot to actually tell you. Okay, with a 14.
Had bardic inspiration.
Oh yes, the bard gave you bardic inspiration. So if you wanted to, you could also You can. Yeah,
To
she said
you and
before you.
Oceanus.
Oh, did you give us? Okay, well then I'll definitely
Is
use
it a
my bardic inspiration on that.
D6 or a D8?
That's a good question. It is now.
Oh,
It depends what level am I.
You are level
It's a
5.
D8.
It's a D8.
oh, is it a D8?
Mhm.
Okay, let's roll a D8.
She also got an upgrade.
Oh wow, went up a 1.
Okay, so a 17. Okay, you feel that it is fairly secure.
Okay, then we will, Oceanus and I will tie the ropes together.
Okay.
Yeah, the one coming from the ship versus this one.
Mm-hmm.
And then, okay, I'll stay with the shovel, busy guiding the rock out, and then I'll just ask Oceanus just to make sure the rope doesn't tangle on anything, and to give the rope a couple of yanks so that everybody knows that they must start pulling.
Did you actually arrange this sign beforehand? Oceanus will tell
They
you
know
that.
that if
Well, we just know if there's a heavy tug on the rope, we need to pull.
Yeah, they did say.
We just don't know that we're pulling up
What the hell you're pulling?
giant rock.
Great. Okay. So Oceanus is watching, as you say, and he gives you a thumbs up. Like, are we ready?
Yep.
And he gives a sharp,
We're ready.
quick tug on the rope. You guys on board, holding
One
the rope.
tug.
What do you do?
No, I'm not doing anything if it's just one tug.
It's a heavy tug, I'd assume.
Well, I'm gonna wait a little bit before I do anything because I don't know. It's just one tug.
Tug back. See if
Sorry
it's
guys, just give me a
important.
quick moment. Byron, are you still there?
If they genuinely wanted us to pull them up, I'm sure they would tug.
Trust me, if there's
dying.
no response, you will get tugged more.
Yeah, listen,
They could be dying, I mean-
We've just lost Byron for a second. He's had to go through to Fourways family emergency. So just be aware, okay? So yeah, sorry, I missed that part because I wasn't focusing. What happened?
They say they're doing nothing,
Okay,
so that I'm going to tell Oceanus to tug it twice now.
okay. So
Okay.
Oceanus gives 2 tugs.
Okay,
Seems-
Xerxes, is that sufficient that they may be in trouble?
yeah, that's deliberate. Let's do this.
Okay. Pull!
Alright.
You Marines, come help here.
Yeah, I'm not
But
helping.
why is this? Surely 2 of them aren't this heavy. Has something eaten one of them?
Yeah, you guys are pulling on this thing.
What they were looking for, if it's this heavy. Wait, you guys that are doing fuck all, come help here.
Give me. I will say this. I will make it a group check. Whoever wants to tug on this thing, you can tug on it with advantage if the Marines are also helping you. And you'll see Sergeant Ives is standing back and ordering Marines to grab hold of the rope and to help.
Yeah, I'm helping.
What are we rolling?
Strength.
Okay, all right. As soon as the crystal's clear, I'm going to start swimming straight up along the rope to get to the ship, and I'm going to ask Oceanus, or actually no, I'm going to stay with Oceanus until we within about, let's say, 60 feet of the ship, and then I'm going to go up to the top so I can tell them to stop tugging.
Whoa, Bessie. Something happens.
What happened?
As everybody starts tugging on this rope, and tugging, and tugging, the rope becomes extremely, extremely taut. And you're pulling, and you're pulling, and you're pulling. And in the next moment, there's nothing.
Okay, there's
There's
nothing
no
where-
resistance. And Oceanus actually watches as the rope snaps about halfway between the ship and the stone and starts slowly drifting downwards. All of you guys on board, you'll fall over like a bunch of dominoes.
Siren
Okay,
Blast.
Okay, I'm gonna stick with the crystal.
Mm-hmm.
holding onto the rope with the crystal, and I'm going to ask Oceanus, go up there and tell them to get a stronger rope and send it down.
Okay, so Oceanus starts swimming up.
Because he can breathe in water, so he can make the divide.
Maybe tell them
How
to bring the
much
person
closer?
who can speak Celestial. Just saying.
No, that's why I wanted it to stop under the ship, so that you can go into the water and read it, to see if it's safe to bring on board.
So, Oceanus is swimming up. Oceanus reaches the top of the waves. And he calls out and he says, "We found something down there, but we tried to tie the rope to it, but it's snapped. Beru says we need stronger rope. Do we have stronger
At least you
rope?"
weren't eaten.
How big is this thing?
He didn't. Well, yeah, he was close enough to see somewhat. He says maybe about the part that I could see was maybe 10 feet, 9 feet in length, maybe about 5 feet wide. Strange green crystal. It has weird writing on it.
Does he tell us about the breathing pocket?
Oh yeah, he'll tell you all of that stuff. He'll relay all the pertinent information. He says, it doesn't take too long, and you guys should even be able to breathe down there. There's some strange magic. Yep.
If it was how far away from the ship was it when the line snapped? We could potentially just jump in and breathe and go help.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what he's saying as well. He's saying that, I mean, what was the tipping point? Was about, I think it was about 180 feet down.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's 3 rounds.
That.
You guys should be able to make that without too much issue.
I would like to grab all of the fishing nets on the ship and take it with me.
Do you guys have any other rope other than hemp rope?
I don't think so.
If only.
Remember we mentioned silk rope, Mickey?
Yeah, but I didn't want to bring it up. We'll use it for other purposes.
Save it for when the boat's actually operational.
Exactly.
So, unfortunately, as standard, there is no silken rope on the ship. So the strongest rope there is hemp.
Anchor.
Other than the anchor.
That's true.
You guys want to hook the anchor?
Well, this thing is directly underneath us now, so we can sort of try and tie it to the anchor, right?
Well, it's not directly underneath you, but you have a pretty good idea that you can command the ship closer, so it's directly above. Oceanus would be able to guide you guys.
Let's do that. Let's get from further, or as direct as possible above this thing.
Yeah, sounds
then
good.
drop anchor.
Yeah.
All right. So the ship, but the sailors and everybody on board help to get it aligned properly, moving it deeper towards the center of this blue hole. And they start sending down the anchor with its heavy chain. The anchor drops into the water with a big splash, and you see Oceanus grab onto it. Yeah, I was saying, Oceanus is also grabbing onto it. So you guys also jumping in the water.
I'll stay here and man the ship.
That's probably a good idea.
Alright. So, I don't know what Cyan would do at this point. Shall we leave him on the ship as well?
Yeah, I think he would be on top of the ship as he
is
praying.
the captain.
So who was the captain this week? Was it Cyan? Yeah.
Yep, it was Cyan.
Yeah.
Yeah, then he would stay on board.
Alright. So, Xerxes and Carolus, what are you doing?
I'm jumping in.
You're also jumping
I'm definitely grabbing onto the.
the.
I'm grabbing onto the anchor in front of Xerxes because I do not want that view.
Oh yeah.
For the stream and the podcast, just as a reminder that Xerxes does not wear underwear. and a robe in water. What a sight. So.
White robe.
No.
Oh, God.
You can't picture us like that.
At least he's clean.
True. So you grab onto the anchor. They start lowering it down. It starts dropping quickly. It doesn't take you long with this assistance as well. No, I'm not going to make you make a check for this. Oceanus following you down. You don't quite hit it exactly on the mark. But it's close enough. It's maybe about 20 feet away. It will take a bit of effort to move this anchor and get it tied around this crystal, however.
I've got a better idea. Can I see them?
Yes.
Firstly, I'll say, Carcarius, do you know what this writing is? And Xerxes, do you know what this writing is?
We're busy coming down at a heavy pace, so I think wait for the anchor to land before asking us that question.
No, I'm saying that this has landed now.
Yeah, okay.
And yeah, you guys now also get this sensation of warm water around you. You see this glow. You can see this rock. I need everybody to make a perception check for me quickly, though.
Yeah, and I'll also say, don't be afraid. You can actually breathe and talk normally down here. Weirdly, some weird juju going on here.
Do I know what this is? Like, I do navigate, and I've read a lot of books in my time. Is there any time I would have potentially read about something similar to this?
You were reading a lot of books and things. You were going through old Eliander's histories in Saltmarsh as well. And he had a lot of unusual books in there. So yeah, you could make me a history or arcana check, Ellen. Neville, what did you say, sorry?
Perceptions for everybody or just the newcomers?
Yeah, no, perceptions for everyone. Xerxes, you have no idea what this thing is. Okay, Beirut was 16, Carolus a 13, Xerxes an 8. Where's Bims, by the way?
Is it on the ship?
I don't think Bims would have come down with you.
Yeah, he's on the ship for sure.
I got a 25 for my
and a 25 for your perception. So, I need all of you guys to roll initiative for me.
You tricked us.
Giant squid. Octopus.
No, well, it's not anything bad yet. But I'm going to share a little something with you. In a moment.
Roll the 10.
Do I need to roll?
Yes, you can roll for me
all
as
along.
It's a ghost sea dragon.
Ghost sea dragon, huh?
No, it's a leviathan.
I'm missing something. Who am I missing?
It's a kraken.
I'm missing.
That's
Carolus.
Oceanus.
Oceanus is a 2.
How many minutes have passed?
With this, probably only around a minute or two. No, it will be longer with the ship moving in that as well. It's probably around, make it 5 or 10 minutes. So anything that you had cast that lasted longer than a minute, Dragon's Breath, Shield of Faith lasts for 10 minutes.
No, Shield of Faith. Yeah, Shield of Faith is 10.
That would still be up. Yeah, that's about all that would be up though. Alright, so I'm going to share a map with you guys. For the purposes of this, Carcarius, you are the only one who is not surprised. So I will allow you to do something, possibly, if you'd like. Oh, I need to drag one more thing over. Otherwise, the people on stream are just going to see a big map of nothingness. Let me drop that there. Give me a second while I sort this out. And move it out of the way a little bit.
That's much different. Its
I like the
borders
map.
are much thicker.
Looks cool.
Oh, I see the ocean.
Oh, my sweet
Do we,
man.
do we
Good.
still swim around?
Yes, you are still swimming around. There's still resistance. So down
Oh,
here,
God.
if you don't have a natural swimming speed, it is difficult terrain, so you can only move half as quickly. Just a couple of other things that you are aware of as well. Melee weapons that that don't do piercing damage, so things you can only use things like a dagger, javelin, short sword, spear, or trident down here with much effect. You can also use range weapons, like a crossbow or a net, or a throw-in weapon like a javelin or spear or dart. Something that's sharp and pointy in the water with relative effect. You can't shoot things further than its normal range. But it doesn't have disadvantage. All other weapons have disadvantage down here.
So I can actually use like a short sword because it has piercing damage.
So,
I was going to say, and the rapier as well.
So swimming out towards you, you can see that there was like a rocky precipice that was sort of hiding what appears to be an underwater cave. And swimming out from two sides of this cave, you see very unusual looking creatures. The one looks like this, and you see two flanking the first one, the smaller figure, and I just want to make it bigger for the stream. They're vaguely fish-like, almost merfolk-like, except for more fishy and more tentacly. The other one seems to be a hideously ugly woman. And you can see that she's got like odd bits of shell and like fish bones for decoration and jewelry, effectively. And she's like clothed in a strange amalgam of seaweed and other stuff that is unidentifiable. And they're just casually swimming closer towards you.
So almost like a sea hag, almost.
You have no idea.
Do they seem hostile?
At this point in time, they do.
Do
And
they look like Sahagan?
no, they do not look like Sahagan at all. Under his breath, Oceanus will immediately recognize the fishier looking people with tails, and he says, "Be very wary. Those are Mero. They are twisted merfolk. Evil to the core. Don't trust them. This other creature I have never seen before." And they stop not too far away from you, about 30 feet, 40 feet away. You can see the ones that are a little bit further away. They come in, but not too much closer. Just keeping a wary eye. And you can see they have these like strange looking tridents in their hands as well. They're sort of like backwards barbed. And they have this like a leading rope. This appears to be like harpoons in actual fact. And the voice that speaks to you is actually speaking in Elvish, and she says, "Well, isn't this interesting? Isn't it interesting, my pretties?" And she looks at the two Mero next to her, and she swims a little bit closer, and they like warily follow a little bit closer as well, taking up guard positions to the side of her.
What
And
language?
Alvin.
Elvish.
Okay.
Carcarius, since
Yeah.
you had that thing and you weren't surprised, if you'd like, you can respond, because I believe you speak Elvish.
Yeah. Who are you and what do you want?
Oh, no, who I am doesn't matter. What I am, that matters a lot. You may bow to the Baroness.
The Baroness of what?
Of the deep places.
That not really. I can't really bow underwater. It's not my thing.
She kind of tilts her head, and she says, "My pretties, I think we need to teach these ones a lesson. They clearly do not know their place down here. They want to steal my pretties."
Can I? Well, I guess it would probably be on a turn of that. Would I be able to read the Celestial?
You could use your action to do that.
Okay, so bonus action, I'm casting my spiritual weapon, so giant fucking narwhal's gonna show up over there.
Very good.
Actually, it's 60 feet I can cast it.
Yes.
So I'm gonna set up a swarm of narwhals there, rather.
Don't you have the spell token thingy, kids? Can't you just drag it?
Oh yeah, I
you can.
I've got that now.
Yes.
Yeah.
I worked so hard in getting this shit working, and then we forget to use it. That's not typical.
So, and I wouldn't be able to hold the spiritual weapon's attack, eh?
No. You either got to use it now or lose it.
I look at the others. It's like a question: are we doing this?
Are we going to talk as well or not?
At this point, you are surprised.
So no.
By this. Mm-hmm.
I think what
You
I'm
can,
going to do.
on your turn, you will be able to, if you'd like.
I'll hold the attack of it, but I don't think I'll put the spiritual weapon there just as a protective barrier for now. Not that it can do
She
anything,
gasps,
but
because I mean, this looks kind of eerie underwater, the spiritual... Your narwhals still, right? Sort of
Yeah.
glowing narwhals, and she says, "Oh, look at the pretties! More pretties!"
and then with my action, I'll try and read the Celestial.
Okay, give me, you read Celestial, so no, it's not going to be a what's the name for you. I'm going to drop this into there for you.
And read it out loud.
Yeah.
Oh. Why didn't that work?
And that's a discussion last under Ivan them, but apparently if you drag something directly onto the character icons at the top, it shares directly to them.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. To whomsoever reads this, know that within these crystal walls resides a resplendent soul, Cadriel, servant of the Way of Father, the ocean's wrath personified. Cadriel's freedom may be purchased by uttering his greatest shame. Name it in his presence, and his atonement shall commence. Do I have any idea who that is or what the shame would be?
You could rack your brain on your next turn.
Okay.
So,
that shall be my turn then.
one thing I did not do, I did not roll for Cyan. Let me just quickly put his initiative in there too. Alright. So, basically, all of you guys are somewhat surprised. All you see is Carcarius conjure his spiritual narwhals to the side as he starts reading, and he has this conversation. You guys were focused on other things at that point. I know it makes very little sense, but trust me, narratively it is important, as well as for the combat. Which brings us to... Oh shit! I just realized something. I never actually rolled their stuff. Oh well, we'll just accept it like as that. So starts moving in. I just need to check something here. It can be used as a ranged weapon 20 feet. So one of these large marrow creatures sees you making a move towards that crystal Carcarius, and he, with a great effort, launches this harpoon-looking thing towards you. And let's see what happens. That actually hits with a 21.
Wait, that's a ranged weapon, is it not? I get +2 to AC because of my new shield.
Oh, really? So what is your total AC then?
I'll check now. Where's this bloody shield now?
Your AC will be 20. So it would still hit.
You gain a +2 bonus to AC ranged attacks when I wield it.
Yeah.
So what's your current AC?
Yeah, 18. So it'll be 2. Okay, so it still hits.
18 with a shield.
Yep.
Wait, no, that doesn't seem right. Is it?
Your armor class with a shield should be higher.
Depends on the armor.
Right to me.
What armor do you have on?
Chainmail. Yeah, so it's 16 base.
Yeah, chainmail then is right. Alrighty. So you take 9 points of damage, and I need you to make a strength check, please.
And also a Constitution saving throw.
No, why a
Constitution check.
For the shield.
Oh,
Shield
yes,
face.
for the concentration. Okay, and then you can
Yeah,
make
so
me a
that's
con
an
save.
Concentration.
Okay.
Just the
Unfortunately, technically, these guys were now identified. Okay, so a 15 will be fine.
Yeah.
You make
I'm just gonna drag over that Shield of Faith onto me now.
Yeah.
Is me.
So unfortunately, you are not strong enough to resist the harpoon, and this thing
Oh, jeez.
drags you towards it.
Oh,
Which brings
shit.
us to the next one. And this one is going to ignore your little narwhals and swim right past them to get up to Beirut. And Beirut, this thing is going to attack you.
Going to impose disadvantage.
It's going to attempt to bite you with
I'm
disadvantage.
going to impose disadvantage. Yep.
Okay, so you're doing your hideous thing. Okay. So it misses with its bite as you, all of a sudden, as its jaws like extend towards you to give you this many-fanged, toothy bite. Your appearance wavers and changes, and the rest of you guys see that weird party trick that Beirut occasionally pulls, and the whole face distorts into something completely flippin' hideous. And you see this thing is put off for a second, like, I'm not biting that. And then he's going to slash out at you with his harpoon. And also miss, apparently. And that will end its turn. This one over here is going to swim a little bit closer to you, Carcarius. And he's going to attempt to bite you. But you managed to bash him away with your shield, even though you're being dragged along by this harpoon. And then he's going to attempt to rake you with his claws. 25 to hit.
God damn.
Ouch.
And you succeed just barely on your concentration. This one is going to swim in a little bit closer here. And it's going to throw out its harpoon at you, Beirut. And miss. You just see it angrily starts tugging back on it. This will end the round, basically.
Oh, Yellen Aquin serves you right.
Oh, no, wait, it's not the end of the round. Because the other creature also needs to go. She just rolled like absolute crap and I missed her.
That's fine.
No, it's not. No, it is not. Is anybody... No, you guys were all out of range for that. So she's instead going to look at you, and she like looks at your party trick.
Beirut?
Actually, you know what? I need... No, that won't happen. She's just gonna look at you, and she's just gonna laugh like insanely. So that will actually be her turn, which will bring us to Carcarius.
Cool. So, Knowles are gonna move there and try and beat the shit out of her.
Go for it.
Hold on, my spiritual weapon attack bonus is not right.
It should be your spell attack.
Yeah.
So it should be 8 plus your proficiency, which is 3, is 11, plus your wisdom modifier, which is 5. So it should be 16.
Yeah, but I put that in the thing now, and it's not changing it.
Oh, no. The spell attack is just your... it's just plus 8.
Yeah. Liberty state.
I'm trying to see it.
There we go.
Your...
No, I've fixed it now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I was changing the wrong thing.
Oh, cool.
So that's gonna go onto there. Oof.
And that hits with a
Couldn't
27.
Couldn't it have been a 20?
Almost, but no cigar.
Really?
6 points of damage. She's like, she flinches and she says, "Oh, that was nasty."
Oh god, and then what? So I think I had about clerics, no area of effect spells.
Shatter.
Yeah, as I said, there's one cleric that knows how to use area of effect spells. He just ain't here.
Yeah.
Let's see. If I could just go with the trident for now.
So, you ready your trident, and you're going to strike at which one?
The one that's got me hooked. Oh, come on.
Oh, unfortunately... You are no longer hooked, by the way. You were just, like, pulled. It, like, releases as he pulls you. When he finishes pulls you. So, yeah, unfortunately, you miss him with your trident.
Yeah, well, that's my turn.
Yeah, so Bims is above ground. He has no idea. The Wave Piercer is just sitting there. Cyan is just sitting there.
The Wave Piercer attacks.
Yeah, I know.
The Wave Piercer, they lift the anchor and try and target.
So Cyan and Siren, you guys on board. You would still probably... I don't know. The thing is, the rope has snapped now.
Yeah.
They have no idea what's going on down
You have no idea what's going on down there. So I'm going to skip your turns for now. Beirut. If somebody down there can get a message to you, that's a different story.
Okay.
So what you doing, Beirut?
Considering my options.
You should consider your options before your turn, so we can speed up combat.
Well, I'm going to tell Mero 2 in front of me, feel the pain, bastard, and then Flamey. I'm gonna attack with my rapier. I can because it's piercing, I believe.
Yep.
I meant to check who Cadriel was on my turn.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I
You
think you have
attacked.
more important things in your life.
But if we can name his shame, we may be able to call him out and help us.
Oh, seriously?
No, you miss.
Wow. That's amazing.
It's like
Alright,
you.
then I will... Yeah, exactly. How the hell can you miss it?
This is more a case of not missing, this is more of him deflecting your blow.
Yeah. I'll move to that side of him. Move around him.
Cool. He like sort of swirls around to follow you. So this one over here, he's going to move around a little bit because he sees a fucking sea elf, and he's going to attempt to bite Oceanus. And rolls a, I don't know, because it froze. A 19 to hit, which does hit for 5 points of damage, and then he's going to slash out because he wants to get his hands on Oceanus. Wow, and he hits him again. With, wow, he's rolling absolutely crap. 6 points of slashing damage to Oceanus. Mero number 2, who has followed you, Beirut, is going to strike at you with his harpoon.
No.
Okay. What are you doing? That's no. You need to call out what you're doing.
Shield.
Okay. So you see this magical bubble appear before Beirut, and the harpoon just glances off to the side. And in frustration, this thing is going to attempt to bite you.
Yeah, go.
Sorry, Gordon. I was. Oh, no, never mind. Sorry. I had that.
Yeah, attack 24 doesn't hit either.
Apparently not. That bubble is still there. What's up, Richard? Sorry.
No, I thought something with Macy and then I realized I was wrong, so don't worry.
I just see this cloud of something going on violin. Alright, so mirror number 3 is this handsome fellow up here. He's going to attempt to bite you, Carcarius. And he misses. And then he's going to wisen up and he's going to try and flank you. Like he should have from the very bloody beginning. And hits you with his harp. Oh shit, wait, I made blobs. Let me first see if that actually would have hit. I misclicked. Otherwise I'll just reverse it. No. That's interesting. Why is that disadvantage?
That concentration just wasted one of my 20s.
Okay, so I need to reverse 11 points of damage on you.
Thankfully.
That was my blobs. Cool. It is done. And that was his harpoon. Did he do a bite attack on you? Yes.
Yeah.
So that is his turn. This one over here is going to try and move in closer to you, Beirut. He's not going to be able to flank you, unfortunately. And he's going to rip at you with his claws. And get a natural 1. And then try and smack you, bite you. Come on now. No, that will also be a miss. I just realized something. I need Beirut. Make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
What?
Because
Nothing
this
good.
hideous creature has gotten closer to you, and she's got a trick of her own. You are revolted by her.
No, I'm not. I'm not revolted by anything.
You are.
Wisdom saving, eh?
Wisdom saving throw. We will see if you whether or not you are. A 9 unfortunately doesn't do it. You are frightened of this creature. For the next minute. At the end of your turn, you can remake the save. Just keep that in mind. Alright, now we go to Carolus. Carolus, I need you to do the same thing, please. Wisdom saving throw.
I'm sure the bard cast heroism on us before we came down.
Wisdom saving.
Yep. You succeed, and you are immune to this horrific appearance for the next 24 hours. What would you like to do? It is your turn.
I laugh and then make bubbles with the laugh.
I laugh in your face.
Yeah, I see what Beta wants to do, but if I use unarmed strike, that's with disadvantage.
Yes. Of course it
Unless
is.
you jab with your fingernails.
Okay, I'm gonna swim. So if
You
I-
have got a sword, remember?
Yes, but I also have something I can use with range, which would have worked better. There's no disadvantage. But Baidu sacrifices himself valiantly. So I'm going to. Okay, so do I have advantage there? if I
You
stand
do.
there?
He is flanked.
So I'm gonna stab him with flame tongue.
Go for it. Are you activating Flame Tongue?
It's underwater and it's on fire, so I don't think it will make a difference.
It will. He'll take half damage from it. It's up to you.
Okay, for now I'm not going to.
Cool.
Let's see.
The 19 will hit. Roll me some damage. Not bad, 8 points of damage. But these are tough fuckers.
Yeah, they look big.
They are
I'm gonna
big.
use my flurry of blows.
In the back of your mind, you're like, what the fuck kind of mermaid is this?
That's a good kind.
So I don't get advantage, but I get disadvantage. So I
It's a
just roll
straight
normally.
roll. Yeah.
Okay.
As you focus your key, and you bash its like shoulder plate, but it doesn't do anything other than annoy it.
Okay. Again.
That one hits. With 17. Roll your damage. As you strike at it, finding a weaker spot in its armor.
Poke it in the eye.
You can do a finger gouge. Reaching from behind. Okay, I'll allow it. It is not blind though.
No. Okay, so it's. Okay, that's my turn.
Cool. Xerxes.
Don't you have like 2 attacks?
Yeah, he used them.
No, I didn't.
No,
Right.
normal attacks.
Yes, I keep forgetting the.
When he takes the attack action, he takes it.
Oh yeah, you're level 5 now.
Because it's level 5 now.
Oh, okay. Well, do another short
Just
sword.
another stab.
Yeah, with advantage.
Okay.
Remember your abilities, brah.
Okay, 25 to hit will hit. Roll your damage. That's a little bit better. 9 points of
Nice.
damage. Nice.
Fine.
Alright. Xerxes.
Oh, I just remembered.
I'm gonna move one down.
Alright.
Oh no, it's gone.
I'm going to cast Psionic Blast.
Oh, ouch.
Nice.
Very nice.
Where you doing it? Oh, awesome angle.
Yeah, that is a pretty great angle.
Alright.
Good thing the novels don't give a damn.
Failure, failure,
Ooh.
failure. Fucking all of you.
Nice.
Alright.
Oh, ow, son of a gun. 29 points of damage. Jeez. Okay,
Nice.
I need a creative way to describe this. The one directly in
Just-
front of you takes the brunt of the psionic wave of energy that you just release out of your hands, I assume. And you just see its skull. For a second, its eyes like go bloodshot. And it just explodes. There's just this weird bloody gore. in the water now, and this thing's headless body just like sort of rolls over like a dead fish and just floats there for a second.
And then it gets pushed 20 feet away from me.
And it gets pushed 20 feet away from you.
Yeah, I don't want this girl near me. Get the fuck out.
Nice. So 20 feet away. So all of them are going to move 20 feet away from you.
Yeah, all of them, and then you get an attack of opportunity on Mero 4.
So, Neville. You get an attack of opportunity on Mero number 4. Mambo number 5.
Can you be prone underwater?
Can you be?
Prone underwater.
No. Not with swimming.
Yeah, you
Swimming.
can be prone, but you'll be floating.
Yeah, I don't know how that would work.
Okay, so...
I'm gonna say no.
4.
Okay, so I'm not going to put the prone effect on them.
Cool.
What a sweet spell.
It is.
So
It's
close.
awesome. 14 does hit.
Why? No, but why the hell did I get disadvantage?
I don't know.
Oh. Frightened.
Oh, you're frightened, yes.
Is he still frightened even though he's not in the range of the hag?
Yep.
Yeah, just tell me something.
Something. What?
My little extra attack. Hold on a second, I just need to read something. I don't know if it applies to reactions.
Probably doesn't.
Give me a second.
A reaction allows you to make a single attack.
Yeah, but it says over here, once per turn you can deal an extra when you hit with an attack.
If that's the
once per
wording, then
turn.
I'd say yes.
No. No, but the thing is, his name, it's not the creature that's got somebody next to them, so no, it doesn't.
Okay.
Well, that's a pity. That's a damn shame, but it's fine. Oh, I guess a little anything will do, hey? Really? I'm doing fantastic with the ones today on all
It
my
looks
attacks.
like it, so 4 points of damage. This thing is still clutching its head, and you manage to stab it as it gets pushed 20 feet back.
Whoa. That's not 20 feet, that's like...
25 feet. There we go. Yeah. 10, 15, 20. Yeah. No? 5.
20 feet is where my arrow is. The back of the creature
It was
should be
here,
where my arrow
right?
is.
So, the thing is, it's going to sort of like be bashed against the wall then, technically.
Oh, it's a wall. So then does it get damage from like hitting the wall?
That's exactly what I'm thinking. It's supposed to move 20 feet. Roll 2 d6s for me.
Yeah, that sounds about right. You can smash directly into a wall.
Okay, it takes an extra 7 points of damage. It's looking seriously fucked up.
So it's gonna go like it's gonna ricochet and go that way.
No, it's just smashed against the wall.
Ping pong mirror.
Yeah, I suppose it would still need to move for that reaction, so I'll say, yeah, it will bounce a little bit. There we go. That's how Beru gets his
If
strike
only
against
spiritual weapon got a reaction as well.
it. If
It
only.
would just be priceless. Just swing it back into the wall.
Alright, anything else you're doing, Alan?
I'm going to say, be gone, hag, and yeah.
She says, I'm not a hag, I'm a princess! Baroness! Oh, whatever!
Be gone, whatever your face thing.
Oh shit. You started your turn, however... Oh shit. Okay, no, never mind. Just for shits and giggles, make me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, I'm not the wisest of human beings.
This is while Xerxes isn't human.
Okay, you would have made your save, it affects nothing. You are also immune to her hideous countenance.
Okay, and then I'm going to use. Okay, I just have to read this again. But you can end my turn for now. I just want to see how many Does one first level spell slot equal 1 sorcery point back? I think it does. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to read that and make sure.
Okay, read that and make sure. Oceanus. What is Oceanus doing?
Right, he's just gonna. He doesn't have Dragon Breath anymore, so I assume he's just gonna try and stab.
But he'll position himself a little bit, I would imagine,
Yeah.
for some advantage.
Yes, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, are you going to roll his trident attack?
Yeah, I just find it there.
Cool, I did my spell slot thingy. I got rid of 1 level 1 spell slot to get 1 sorcery point back.
Oh, shit. No, wait, he's supposed to have advantage. Roll again.
Oh yes, okay.
Okay, cool, Alan. It is your job to remember how your shit works. No, that misses, unfortunately. Sorry, Oceanus, you useless seaman. Sea Alpha
Not
me.
be useless.
Whenever he goes into melee combat, Oceanus becomes an absolute...
His ranged is a lot better.
Yeah. Alright, so
Even
that
though
ends his turn.
the plus is less than what his melee is.
So, now let me see. As this sea hag who's still giggling, even though she's like taken this weird damage, she's like blood coming out of her eyes and her nose and her mouth. She starts like the seaweed swirling around her. She is going to swim in a little bit closer. Yep, that's close enough. And she's going to look at you, Beirut. I need you to make another wisdom saving throw for me, please. As her eyes flash with this bright green light and catch your attention.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Okay. You drop to 0 hit points.
Goodbye, Beirut. Nice knowing you.
You just feel your heart for a second starts beating faster and faster and faster, and then poof, nothing.
Sounds like
And you
such
lose
a
consciousness.
necroball
It sounds like such, or what?
move. Necroball move.
I'm trying to find where the fuck you are on the combat track.
Looks like something I need to harvest.
And I need the unconscious effect quickly.
As muted, does he float upwards?
Yep. As soon as I'm unconscious, I'll start floating up.
Okay.
You can warn everyone.
Yep. And that's
How quickly
handy.
does he float up?
I don't know.
50 feet around.
Can you dash while you're unconscious?
It's basically the same as dashing, because
Yeah,
it's 30
60
feet and then 30 feet to dash.
Mhm.
I'll just double check that number. Give me a moment. I'll double check it.
Alright.
I spelled that correctly.
And as this happens and you see Beirut just like flop over and start slowly floating up towards the surface, it's still gonna take...
Okay, whenever you start your turn underwater with 0 hit points, the armor causes you to rise 60 feet towards the surface.
Great. It's
So
gonna
at the
take...
beginning of every turn, I go up 60 feet.
It's going to take 6 turns. So on round 8, when it comes to your turn, you will have hit the top. Okay.
And probably be dead.
Oh, let's hope not.
Oh shit, yeah.
You'll see.
And Peter is grinning inside right now. He's got this huge smile on his face, I'm sure.
Calcarius. What you doing?
Oh god, that's touch. Preserve life as a channel divinity. Which, so how far is Beru from me?
Byron, just so that you know, you and Siren
Yeah.
are on top of are on the ship still. You guys have no idea what the fuck is going on down here until Beirut, his unconscious form, perhaps floats to the top.
Maybe, if he's alive.
Water.
Moving down here.
Well, they're about 360 feet down, so
Okay.
it's you won't be able to see anything. But I will say I will leave it up to you, knowing that quite a bit of time has gone by. I will leave it up to you to decide whether or not you're going to dive in and follow them on your turn. Yeah. I just rolled an initiative for you. Yeah. What's up?
Just map, please. I don't know.
Oh! I can give you a map without any...
You'll just won't be able to see anything.
Oh.
Oh, yes, of course. Because your token is not on there.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I did not remember that at all. I will drop your tokens down there. So you can see, at least, what is going on.
I've been distracting myself.
Okay. So this is all in this
Why didn't
area.
you say something, Mickey? Alright,
Mickey has
Richard.
imagination.
She has imagination.
I've been imagining things. Also playing my cards or dice with the crew. And it's probably it.
Alright, Richard, what is Carcarius doing? You've moved him?
Yeah. So I am then.
But hang on, you moved away from mirror
Yes,
number 3. So technically
yeah, I
he
know.
gets an attack of opportunity. That
I wasn't going to point it
rhymed.
out, but I know.
And he will strike at you with his claws. Technically, he would still have advantage on that. But he does hit.
No, it's
Claws is the ranged attack. So no.
it would be ranged because
Oh.
I'm running away from him. So
And your shield
well,
effect.
swimming away.
Your shield effect expires.
Oh well, that
on-
would have gone down anyway because Barry went. Oh no, it would.
No, it would. It would
No, it
stay.
wouldn't have.
But now it is.
Okay.
off.
Anyway, so praying to Procan, preserving life channel divinity,
All right.
giving Beru 15 and myself 10.
Okie dokie.
I don't have it separate here, so.
No, don't worry.
I
I'll
think if you could-
quickly do it. So you're giving Beirut 15. What's
Yeah.
43 minus 15? Brain doesn't want to work. 28. And you are no longer unconscious. I wonder what happens with your floating armor now. I suppose now that you're conscious again, that doesn't make you
It's
float.
only at the start of his turn that he starts floating.
And 10 to you. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. It is done.
It would have been better if the fucker didn't hit. And then my angry novels are gonna attack the sea hag.
Okay, go for it. Roll me some damage.
God damn it!
That is a miss, unfortunately.
That was an 18. That should have been an 18.
It should have been an 18, but it wasn't. Alrighty.
Yeah, and then do I know anything about this Cadriel?
Oh, you're not making an attack. You want to see if you can think. Sorry, I just called
Well-
it bloody mosquito.
The
Oh, you
channel
this was your
divinity
action
was
for.
my action.
It's really difficult, but I'll say sure. You can maybe think of this. Give me either a religion check or history check. Up to you.
Religion it is. God damn it.
You do not recognize this name.
Okay.
All right. Anything else?
Just a question: Does that frightened go away when I went unconscious?
Nope.
Okay.
So, Garius is at the end of your turn?
Yep.
Good. Bims, still on deck. Wave Piercer, still floating. Cyan. Your friends have been down there for a while now. They went down with the chain. Nobody's tugged on the chain or anything.
Okay.
I will
Who
leave
else
it up
is
to
there with
you.
me? Just me.
It's you and Siren and the rest of the
It's
crew.
like half a minute.
Half a minute. Hey, Siren. I don't know. What should we wait? Like, they should have come
What?
up, right?
But I'm winning. But I'm winning.
Winning? What? No,
I'm
what?
winning.
No, like, no. Come up to the deck here. Like, do you notice it?
But no.
Weird. I don't know. Like.
Here's some sound. See, I'm winning. Why would you take this? why would you take this away from me?
Okay. Okay. So wait, can I tie? Can I tie this rope to the banister? Or do I have to be holding it?
No. The rope broke. And the attempt to pull this green crystal thing, you will know about this. There was a green crystal thing underwater. They tried to tie the rope to it. They pulled. The rope snapped. So then they sent down the anchor, and Xerxes and Carolus and Carcarius and Oceanus went back down with the anchor, holding onto the anchor as it dropped to the sea floor. So you can use the anchor to go down, and you'll know exactly where they went.
Okay. So they went down with the anchor to pick up the crystal. Okay.
Yes.
Alright. You. I point to just 3 like strong-looking sailor people. Let's hoist this anchor up.
You're gonna start pulling the anchor up?
Well, yeah. Like I think science logic is like they put the anchor down, and now if they want to bring it back up, I need to turn it so they can come back up.
Okay, interesting. I wonder how quickly it will go up.
I don't know either. Yeah, let's turn this anchor. Anchor.
So they man the
grab a
capstan
cannonball and sink quickly.
and they start pulling up the anchor. I'll say that in a round it will go up 30 feet.
Okay, I think during this round, I'm gonna look down. Does the glow get like brighter? Can I see that the
Make a
anchor's getting
perception
brighter?
check for me.
Okay. And then I also ask the
disadvantage.
group, like
It's just
perception with disadvantage. I've normally got advantage.
Correct. So, but disadvantage it will be a straight roll.
Straight roll. Okay. Okay, I'll click disadvantage there. And then I turn to the crew as they're hoisting. I'm like, hey, does this feel like any different from when you're normally pulling their anchor up?
You can't see any difference. The water's still quite murky. The crew says to you, doesn't feel any different.
Oh boy. Okay, like it should be heavier if there was a crystal on it. Okay.
Are you okay there, Siren?
Okay. Tell you what, let go of the anchor. I'm just gonna jump in the water. Can I do that?
You can do that.
Yeah, I'll hop overboard.
So you hop overboard.
Grab a cannonball so you sink faster.
Yeah. I shout out back. Throw a cannonball down here.
Only one problem. There's no cannons in Greyhawk at this stage. But you can grab onto the anchor's chain, and it will drag you 30 feet down if they're letting it go again.
Oh god. Okay.
And you can use your dash to go another. You can go 60 feet. So it will take you. It will take you 6 rounds to reach the bottom, unless you have some way of speeding yourself up.
Okay, I think Cyan like does some hyperventilating to like oxygen load his lungs, and Siren, if we're not back in like I don't know a minute, like please like I don't know send some help or something. And yeah, I'll do that. I'll go down.
All right.
Siren's too busy winning.
She's just playing knuckle bones on the deck. All right. So it will end your turn. Siren, what are you doing?
We already know what she's doing.
Okay. So you're just waiting there? Bedroom.
I'll wait a minute.
You'll wait a minute.
As us? Yeah.
Okay, minute is 10 rounds.
Okay.
So, Bayroom, you are lying sideways in the water. You can see that these Mero are a little bit away from you, but you can still see that hideous freaking creature not far away from you. And your instinct is, that thing is revolting, I don't want to go anywhere near it.
Yeah, but I can. I can't use slashing weapons, right?
You can.
What
Oh, wait,
weapon in
can't you?
particular?
Sorry?
Which weapon in particular?
Whip.
19.
You can use a dagger, javelin, short sword, spear, or trident without disadvantage.
Has Trident got reach?
And technically, I'm sure that a what's name is supposed to be a rapier is supposed to be in there too.
Yeah,
Trident.
was rapier.
No, a trident
Yeah.
does not have reach.
I can use my longbow, right?
A trident does have ranged attack.
You can use a longbow, but it has disadvantage.
If I disappear, just know.
Actually, I need that trident in my inventory so I can see what the damn thing can do.
I'll drag it over. You said you were grabbing it. I thought you had already dragged it over.
I also thought so, but apparently I did not.
Okay, well, I see it as already 9 o'clock. So I know that Mickey said that her power might be going out soon. So we will play, if it's alright with everyone, until that moment arrives.
Yes.
Sounds good.
Until we don't hear the rolling of dice.
I'll just shake my dice.
Alright. I really do love this music.
Same.
Dark Fantasy Studios, folks. Awesome, awesome, awesome sound.
Shit.
I'll just do that. So it doesn't get stuck on the frozen weird ass things.
Neville, I'm giving you 10 seconds. 10.
Yeah, I see.
9.
Okay, so it's got a thrown range of 20. Alright, so I'm going to throw it at, what's this thing? Mero 4. I'm going to use steady aim as a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
Which means I get advantage. So it should then counter the stupid disadvantage for being frightened.
Okay.
Please hit.
It does hit.
Thank you. Oh, really? Seriously?
1 point of damage.
God damn.
Fantastic. You scrape it with the trident.
Yeah, and at the end of my turn I can get to do my wisdom saving throw again, eh?
With disadvantage.
Oh shit. Okay, well there's one.
Okay, with a
the
14
other.
you succeed. You are no longer frightened. And you are immune to that effect for the next 24 hours. Is that your turn? Or do you want to move?
That's it. No, well the end of my turn was to do the wisdom saving throw, so
Yeah.
I couldn't move closer, so that's
True.
it.
So, Mero number 1. Oh, he's so tempted. Does he attack the sea elf? Or does he attack the other morsel that has come within range? You know what? He's going to attack both of you. He attempts to bite Oceanus. Frickin' he does, with a 24. And he attempts to stab out at you as he swirls around with the harpoon, Carcarius. And misses.
Finally, you don't roll well than me.
Mero number 3, however, is going to
Yes.
swim on over. So that he can surround you. He wants
Isn't
to
he
keep
standing in a hole there?
You, well, he's swimming above it. Don't try to outthink me! 18. It's
Barry's still frightened.
8 points.
Yeah, you
Is
must
it-
take the effect off me.
Did
Can't
I
you take
remove
it
the
off?
wrong effect?
Mm-hmm.
What did I remove then? Sorry, Fantasy Grounds keeps on like stuttering on me and I don't know why. Alright, so that is 8 points of damage to you, Carcarius, and that is the end of his turn. Mickey sounds really sleepy. This thing.
Mickey sounds like Mickey.
This is gonna
Yeah.
swim closer to you, Beirut. And he's gonna attempt to bite you. And does not succeed, and he's gonna attempt to claw you. And he misses with that one as well. Which brings us to Carolus. What you doing, Mr. Dwarf?
Okay. I'm gonna point my finger at number 4 and shoot it with the radiant sunbolt.
Alrighty.
Well, do I get, if I get extra attack, does the radiant sunbolt, do I get extra radiant sunbolts?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, it's your attack action, yes.
Okay.
So you will get
shoot
2 Radiant Sunbolts, and then you can use your key points to shoot another 2, if I remember right.
Yes.
And these are a spell effect
Yes.
So they do not get disadvantage.
Yes.
Okay?
And they radiant, so it's not fire.
Yep. Okay, 22 hits for the first one. As you see Carolus swimming there, starts focusing his chi, and this bright energy collects in his hands, and he just some fists fly out, and these
Shooting little
bright,
flares.
these bright flares of sunlight deep in the ocean streak
Okay.
out towards the first Mero and kills it.
Is she 30 feet?
Away from you,
Yes.
Yeah.
she
Okay,
is.
I'm gonna shoot her in the face as well.
Go for it. Shit, that hits with a 23. Roll your damage. Eesh, she's looking a bit ouchy.
What? She critical. Okay. I'm
What
gonna
you
use
doing?
a key point.
Go for it.
Cast her again. At her.
This time, the bolts come out of his feet. 24 hits. Roll damage. Nice.
Yes. All three of them.
Oof. Go for it.
Okay. Last.
It's just like a bicycle kick. Oh, that's another hit. 20. Yes. The Armatani. This
It's
poor
just
old
one
lady.
of those like monk chi spins in
Yep.
order.
She's very lucky with the damage there.
Yeah, that one isn't too much damage. 5 points. And you got? Do you say you got one more?
No, that's.
Is that it?
I made a joke with.
Oh,
three
the
feet,
3. Okay, cool.
3 legs. Yeah.
Oh. I missed
Same
that.
complete.
Beat that, it is way too late. We not one of us are that sharp anymore. Zuxies.
I'm just going to magic missile this old bag.
Go for it. Level 1, 2?
1.
Level 1. The first one cracks her in the skull, and she starts floating. She lets out a horrific scream.
I'm going to shout at Mero 1 and 3. You best get the fuck out of here if you know what's good for you. And I'm going to shoot each of them.
Nice. Jeez, those are some good rolls.
Very good rolls.
And you can see, with the death of that other creature, and considering that you've already slaughtered 2 of their foes, give me an intimidation check with advantage. Because technically you're the one that cast that psionic blast thing too.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oof. Let me do a contested roll quickly. Yeah, no, their charisma's shit, so I doubt they're gonna beat that. No. They start edging away. Anything else?
Oh, I attack these fucks while they're swimming away. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, it's not their turn yet, so.
Or they start edging away.
Yeah, they like, you can see they look like they're preparing to back off.
Yeah,
You can
they
see the
know
change
what-
in the way they positioning themselves and holding themselves, but they're still where they are at the moment.
Yeah, I don't need to do anything.
Cool. So Oceanus,
Alright,
he's
he moved there.
yeah, I was gonna say he's gonna say fuck this Mero scum.
And then poke in the
Elvish.
out of the trident.
Hey, he hits.
Hey, actually.
Barely, but he hits. Roll some damage. Hey, man, he should have had advantage.
Yeah. Okay, well, let me just roll again. And this will be a two-handed attack.
Okay. Ha even better. 22 still hits. Nice. 7 points of damage.
Okay,
And that will end his
that's all you
turn.
can do.
Which brings us to you, Hygarius.
Yeah. Spiritual weapon shall Move up there.
So it hits advantage.
Oh yeah.
That's a hit. It dropped to 1. Oh wow, nice. Max damage, 13 points.
Cool. And then to ice, let's use an action if I want to try. Ah, fuck it. Let me just try kill them first, and then I'll deal with this Gladrill thing. Yeah. Actually, know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna disengage and fuck off over to there.
Alright. You disengage and swim away. Taking advantage of the momentary fear of Xerxes.
And that'll be my turn.
Oh, I see. So Dims is still on the ship. The ship is still being a ship. Cyan, you're going to use all your movement to swim another 60 feet down.
Yeah, that's right.
Cool. You got nothing else that can speed you along your way?
I'm afraid not, eh?
No lotions or potions?
No, nothing. Yeah, no, I don't think there's anything you can do.
You know, no aqualube.
Gross.
Siren. You're
Yes.
still playing Knucklebones.
Yeah.
Okay, one of the
Like
crew is like joining you. He's always up
Yeah.
for a gamble. So roll me a
Okay.
d20.
No.
Does the winning streak end?
You just win 5 silver. And
Nice.
he's like, that's my wages for a month. I'm not playing with you again.
Oh. Oh, poor baby.
Which brings us to Beirut.
3, 5.
Beirut.
5
Let's add
silver.
that.
Shame.
Okay.
They get fed.
They get fed.
Yeah.
Also, if that's his monthly wage,
Yeah.
how much are they charging us for fucking beer? I think we're being taken advantage of at the taverns.
Coppers, I tell you.
So what's Beirut doing?
I am going to attack Mirror 1 with flaming.
Alright. That hits. 17.
Where the hell? Ah, there it is.
Okay, just be aware, any fire damage will be halved. What is the fire damage? That is the question. The D8.
2d6.
That's,
So-
no, the fire damage is 2. You see if it says type of fire equals
Yeah.
2.
So he only
So,
takes
only one left.
Okay. That was number 1, huh? Yeah.
And
Anything else?
as a bonus action, I just want to double check I can do it as a bonus action. Oh no, it's not going to help. I don't think. What the hell? Oh, there it is. You can use bonus action to do. How much movement did I use to get to where I am?
You were here.
You have the Mariner's Sea Armor on, so you moved, what?
25.
25, yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna use my bonus action to disengage. I'm gonna
Alright.
move back 5 feet there.
5 feet where? There.
There.
Okay, hovering near the crystal.
Yep.
Alright. So, these two Mero number 1, he like looks down at Oceanus and like hisses, but he swipes away Oceanus' trident, and he's going to bolt. And you see he starts bolting down in this direction. That's... I don't know how you do this anymore. 10, 15, 20, 30 feet. The second one is going to do the same, but he can bolt a little bit further. And you see he bolts. And as he gets to here, you see that there's like a... who would actually be able to see this? There's a sufficient light from the crystal. Beirut and Calcareous, you just see this strange, evil mermaid-like thing disappear into like this grotto underneath these rocks. There seems to be a small opening, perhaps around 4 or 5 feet wide by maybe about 3 feet high. It's not very wide, but he manages to get in there like a little eel. And he disappears. And that will end his turn. So now the question to you guys is, because I'm going to be honest with you, they are going to attempt, well, the one is already fleeing as fast as he possibly can. The other one is going to attempt to do the same thing. You can attempt to attack them further if you'd like, or the one that you can still see, or you can just let them go and the combat will end. What do you do?
For the interest of time, I just want to get this thing on the boat.
Alright.
Yeah, they aren't our priority. Let them run.
Alright, so we're going to hook this thing to the anchor.
Let's just
Has
get
it
out of
been a
here
minute?
quickly before they bring friends.
Has
At
it
this
been a
point in
minute?
time, it
I
hasn't been
want
a
to go
minute.
and fetch this hag's body. I'm harvesting that motherfucker.
Because if it's a minute, I'll start telling the men to start hoisting the anchor.
Alright, so a couple of things need to happen. You guys, it hasn't been a minute yet, so if you want, you can try and get this. Are you trying to like attach this thing to the anchor by like wrapping the anchor chain around it, or?
No, we've always got quite a bit of rope, so we can wrap the rope around the anchor and around it a couple of times so that it will...
And also
Alright.
fishing nets, if that helps.
So eventually,
Can I-
Yes,
while you're busy
put the
doing
net
this,
down.
yeah, while you're busy doing this, you've got the nets, you're busy securing it, and there's a lot more of you down here to help do that, because this thing is quite large. And eventually, like, Cyan arrives. Cyan, you are struck by a couple of things. First of all, it's quite bright down here. There's this beautiful green light. The water feels like warm piss around you. And, or should I say, like water filled with warm piss. Never mind, okay, I'm fucking it up. And, and you can breathe down here.
Oh, wow. Ostrom truly is great.
It is a really weird. I think you would actually feel that sensation. So you guys managed to attach this thing.
Yeah. As Cyan gets close, like, Cyan, have you ever heard of Cadriel, Servant of the Wayfather?
Servant of the Wayfather. I don't know. It sounds pretty masculine for my kind of interest for gods. Do I know anything? Can I do a history, religion?
Make a history or religion check for me.
Hearing this, can I also think about it? Did I check earlier?
Can somebody give advantage
I can give him advantage.
on religion?
Or I can just, yes, I'm proficient. Oh, well,
Okay.
I can just roll as well.
Or you
Yeah,
can just
you
roll
can
yourself, yeah.
Can
Good
I
check.
roll again? Because I like to flare it that I was mid-combat, so I wasn't thinking properly.
Sure.
Is this only a religion or is it also history?
You can also make a history check.
I don't know. Sorry, Garcaris. I've never heard of him before. Probably someone really unimportant.
You're fucking lucky. Xerxes. Well, all these so-called religious people don't know their shit. You remember reading something about the hierarchies of some of the pantheons that are worshipped in Kierland in one of Iliander's books that you were sorting out with the Gravekeeper Crag in Saltmarsh. One of these books listed some of the most devout servants of the various gods worshipped in the region. Of course, with a temple to Procan not being too far away, Procan was chief among these. And you know that Cadriel is one of the archangels serving the Storm Lord,
Oh
the
wow.
father of the seas.
Yeah. Surely I should know that shit.
What's the inscription
You
say
should, you
again?
should, but apparently you didn't.
That's because someone didn't give me advantage on the rolls.
Yeah.
Sorry, what did you say, Neville?
What did the inscription say again?
To whomsoever reads this, know that within these crystal walls resides a resplendent soul. Cadriel, servant of the Wave Father, the ocean's wrath personified. Cadriel's freedom may be purchased by uttering his greatest shame. Name it in his presence, and his atonement shall commence.
So we just need to find out what his greatest shame is.
Yeah.
Well, where is he that we have to talk to him?
He's in this crystal.
Wait, this specific crystal. There's a god in this
Yes.
crystal.
Yeah, an
A
archangel.
celestial. Yeah. That's
I would
good.
like Ellen to also make me an Arcana check, please,
Yes,
for
sir.
the harvesting of the sea hag.
Would Gordon with
Yep.
Okay,
that?
I'll get down here.
Say again, sorry.
No, it's fine. I'll do it down here. It's fine. I've already rolled for it.
Oh, we're going to drag the body up.
Well, yeah. I
Yeah,
will-
that's what he said.
Oh, sorry, I
I'll-
didn't catch that.
One
I
of the
didn't
neck
catch it.
to take the body up so that I can do the usual get assistance. with-
Oh, okay. Well, roll again. I'll say then that you have advantage because what's the name would give you Beirut, I assume, as usual.
The anchor.
Yes. We're approaching about that time. With a 10.
Yeah, I was just about to say both myself and Ellen are going to be without power shortly.
Yeah.
My
okay,
power is still on.
yeah, maybe they paused it. Who knows?
It's only a 10.
It's 20 minutes later for me.
Yeah. So with this, a 10. There's quite a lot of damage that has been done to this lovely lady. But you do manage to salvage one tiny little vial of her blood without it being too diluted. And you also get a fairly intact strand of that weird sea hag hair, which I will drop into, if it would allow me to, your inventory. What's the name inventory? I'm just dragging it into the party inventory. You can drag it out of
Yeah, I'll move it from there.
The sea hag hair, when consumed, you become amphibious for 1 hour. Gee, that would have been useful. The blood, when poured over a humanoid that is the size of medium or smaller, a magical illusion washes over them, making them look like an ugly creature of vaguely humanoid proportions. Its illusion lasts for an hour. You can make a DC 16 intelligence check to see if it is seen through or not.
What?
So, it's around this time that Siren says, "Hey, I think it's been a minute."
It's been a hot minute. Let's
And-
go, boys.
You feel the chain start to tighten, and there's a tugging noise. And you can see the guys, you, Siren, on deck, the guys that are busy working the capstan to pull up the chain, they're having to put an extra effort. And Captain Ives, I keep on calling him Captain, I don't know why. Sergeant Ives orders more hands to assist. And you see these guys are now pushing. But with a bit of time, the stone, the crystal down below, you see it starts shifting in the sand and gradually starts being pulled up towards the ship. I'm assuming at this point that the rest of you start swimming up, heading back up to the
I'm inspiring
surface.
the crew to
I'll stay
work
with
hard.
it.
Say again.
Yeah.
No, sorry, Mickey, what did you say? You telling the crew?
I'm inspiring the crew to work harder and just we're singing a song, a shanty to
Make
get
a
those
performance
spirits
check.
up and
Make a performance check. And Neville, what did you say you're doing?
I say I'm sticking with the crystal. I like breathing.
Alright. right. Yeah, what you guys notice immediately is that effect goes with you. Alright, nice. Yeah, you get them. All of a sudden, you can start hearing this like rhythmic pounding through the water as all the feet of the crew on deck start reverberating through the ship to a catchy tune led by Siren. And in short order, the crystal is pulled up, but it's now sort of like attached to the anchor and dangling off the side of the ship. With the crew's help, however, you can probably get it on deck without too much
It's in the
effort.
net, so we can hook the nets and bring it up to the side of the ship.
Good job, boys.
At this point, it's now quite late in the afternoon. The sun is starting to sink a little bit. There's... As you're looking... Hold on, let me finish describing something quickly. As you have this thing now out of the water and you have a clearer look at it, I want you guys to make me some perception checks, please. You see that it wasn't too deeply into the ground. It stands about 12 feet from end to end. Nice.
Yay!
Siren with the 23s, tell
I
you.
also
And
did an 18.
Cyan. Siren and Cyan. Jeez. Nice. Alright, well, the good news is, all of you notice this. As you glance and you look upon this crystalline structure lying on the deck, lying now flat, you see that writing that is on top of it. It's catching the last golden sun rays. And there's an almost strange effect to the inside of this crystal. You didn't notice so much underwater, but as you're looking at the crystal, there are like tiny ripples on it. You almost think it's almost sort of reminiscent of like waves lapping against the shore. And this seems to like emanate outward from the inside out to the outside. It's more evidence along those sharper, jagged edges on the top and bottom of this thing. For Siren and Cyan, and strangely enough, Bims, with your rolls over 20, you notice something else. You do actually see a vaguely humanoid shape on the inside of this crystal.
Oh boy.
But it looks like a dark shadow. It's very opaque.
My understanding of this is that this was a servant of Procan, hey?
Yeah, from like when Xerxes says to you, man, I read this book and this is an Archangel of Procan, you're like, oh, I skipped Sunday school that week.
But as soon as it's on the ship and that, and in a position, I'm gonna be kneeling and praying by it and asking Procan for any sort of guidance and what to actually, if this is someone we can release or should release.
Wait, release?
Are you using commune or using an ability?
I don't have commune or anything like that. I only get that level 10.
It's been a while since we rolled to see if we can talk with our gods.
I was going to say this is one of those. This is one of those moments. Give me a percentile die. Roll a D100. 5 or lower, and you might get an answer.
Definitely not.
Procan is silent.
You guys want to release it?
From my understanding of the text, it will be we would have bought his freedom. So
Well, green does mean good, so
What are you saying, Neville?
I was gonna say I'll go up to Carcarius and I'll suggest that we take it. This might be one of his friends, so we might want to like hide him in the hold somewhere, so it's not so visible in plain sight.
Yeah,
and then
I
I'm
should
going to
imagine.
retreat to the galley and have some wine.
Alright. Yeah, it takes a lot of effort to get this thing lowered down into like the cargo hold, but it can be done. but like the entire Kogel hold is, this thing's basically shining with about 30 feet of bright light around it.
Yeah, from a distance at night, we're going to look like the ghost ship.
It's going to look quite weird unless you cover it up. But I will leave that to you guys. And I think I'm going to call it there for this session. Because that's a pretty good leaving off point. Investigations can continue next week. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
It
thank
was
you.
different. Different. You did better underwater than I thought you would.
Thank you. I did
We were-
try my best.
We were prepared.
the only person who is dry.
Yeah,
It's
I
silent.
dry fast.
Oh, fantastic. Mickey, I'm sorry that you decided to stay on board. I really wanted to see a wet tabaxi.
Yeah, to save it. Yeah, to save it there.
I tried my best. I just couldn't tempt her, though.
Oh, Chris.
All right, thank you very much, everybody. Thanks for those who popped in on the stream as well. As usual, because of last week's slight internet issue, I will be taking the short little bit of last week's episode and joining it to this week's episode for both the YouTube video and for the podcast. And I should actually look into the camera so that people can see my hideous features, because I am indeed a sea hag in real life. You will have that available either on Thursday or on Friday. It depends on how my time goes. But thank you very much for joining us, and we will see you guys next week. Take care.